streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Using up every minute of New Year's Eve that we could possibly use, but we are here and you are in for what is going to be a delightful treat to end your 2018. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV here tonight live at the Irwindale Speedway, and it is a New Year's Eve Enduro. It's exactly as it sounds. We race to the leader. It's going to be chaos, carnage, no caution flags. What better way to end the new year than right now and with this Enduro at Irwindale? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Phil the Cast here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton. He's alongside tonight. Jack Truman down there on the controls for us here tonight on Full Velocity TV. And Todd, we were waiting for this one. It seems like all night long. Had some issues with the iRacing simulation. Better late than pregnant, as they say. And here we are, about 20 minutes till the new year. We're ready, locked and loaded here for what is going to be a 2-hour timed Enduro. Are you set, ready to rock? Because this one, I'm not sure what to expect.
Definitely ready to rock. About an hour and 19 minutes here until the new year. So we are going to chime down the new year tonight on Full Velocity TV. Cannot wait for that one to happen here tonight, Phil. It's going to be interesting. It's something that we have never done here on Full Velocity TV. Another first here to end out the new year and to begin the new year on Full Velocity TV here with the Ram Racing Group and their special Enduro races. They're going to have 8 quick repairs here this evening. They're going to be able to repair stuff for 8 times, and we're going to see what's going to happen here in Irwindale Speedway.
So it looks like we are through qualifications, and, you know, with all the carnage, the mayhem that we're going to see, we're still out here going to race, but it's not a lap race. We don't have a lap count. We got 2 hours of time on the docket, locked and loaded, ready to go here. The lone survivor will be crowned the winner of the 6th annual Ram Series Enduro New Year's Eve version here tonight, live on Full Velocity TV. So qualifying just wrapping up here tonight. Cars are going to go onto the speedway for what is going to be 2 hours of frolicking fun. Todd Stanton, what do you say? We go deep in our starting lineup.
Okay, just waiting for these cars to make to grid here for the starting lineup here, Phil. Not sure where everybody is starting here, as I do not have my grid up yet. Just waiting for these guys to start getting locked and loaded and rolling. And then we will have the starting grid here on my side. Not sure why it is not completely working here. Again, having issues on the iRacing service here, making us a little bit late here for the Ram Racing Enduro race here tonight. But it's going to be a great race, I'm going to tell you, Phil. It's going to be a fantastic race. Like I said, just waiting to see where everybody starts here for the evening. Just waiting for this to get locked and loaded. I know we have an under longest line to Clinton.
The anthem, Todd.
Nichols are ready, and Clinton, we got to meet him quite a bit here early on the going. But it looks like it's not working on my one side, Phil, but it is working on the other. Looks like Kyle Vogler and the Kyle Edgar of the number 47 is going to start on the front row.
All right, well, let's throw this thing trackside before we get underway for 2 hours of frolicking fun. Pay homage to the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. All right, ready to go. Green flag racing. Quick trip to our 15 car starting lineup as we take the green on the pole. Be Carver 01, Kyle Volringer with Kyle Edgers over 47 car alongside. The 29 is Trevor Harmon. The 99 of Chris Torres. The 43 of Clinton Nichols. The 23 car of Joe Halsey. The 44 is Raymond Dormer with the number 26 of Brad Doss. The number 89 is Eric Tupper with the number 20 of Alex Bridger. The 37 of Jared Berber. The number 88 of Ron Piles and James Hackworth with 25. We already have Carnage Todd. One car tumbling down the backstretch. That's Eric Tupper's car number, the 99 car rather, Chris Torres, upside down. We're going to see a lot of this Enduro. There's no cautions. They get, what'd you say, 6 to 8 quick repairs. That 99 car, he's torn to crap already.
Yeah, Chris Torres, the torn to crap. The 23 is also torn up pretty good as he went head on into the fence there, and he went for a ride too. So 8 quick repairs here this evening at Irwindale Speedway. These guys are locked and loaded. You're going to see some fender banging. You're going to see the typical, rubbing is racing kind of ordeal. These guys are fighting for it. It is a timed event, so you got to make it all 2 hours. So yeah, you maybe crashed here early on in the going there, Phil, but you may be able to make it towards the end of this 2-hour time limit here at Irwindale Speedway. Man, this is something I was looking forward to, something rather interesting to say the least. Is I've only been a part of a couple of Enduros here in real life, Phil, but it's got to be interesting to see here on the iRacing Simulation, especially with 8 quick repairs.
Absolutely right, and you kind of wish you had more than 14 cars. I did these years ago, early in my announcing days, with over 50 cars, and that was absolutely chaos and mayhem. And I'd like to bring all that feel here to the iRacing Sim one day. But up front right now is Carter 47 of Kyle Edgar. Trevor Harmon right now in for 2, 1.7 seconds back. Third, we find the 44 car of Raymond Dormer. Corey Boudot, the number 34, he's currently running fourth. In your top 5 is the number 23 car of Joe Halsey. So far, so good for Kyle Edgers, number 47. He's got a great lead on the field, and even better, Todd, here early on in the stage. Well, there's no carnage or cars around him. Good time to log laps if you're the race leader out front and try to run away and hide.
It's one of those things, yeah, you want to run away and hide here early and maybe stay away from some of the cars that may take advantage of you and may spin you around here in a knot. And, it's got to be a different type of feeling there, Phil, as these guys going around Irwindale, and normally you would go in a 50-lap event, a 100-lap event. This is a 2-hour timed Enduro, and it's a different type of animal all in itself there, Phil. How would you approach something if you were going out here for the Enduro, and this may be down your ballpark, what would you do, Phil, to approach this Enduro coming into the night?
Well, first of all, I would line up as much alcohol in front of me as I could possibly do, which hopefully everybody out there has it tonight, as we get a cold one cracked open here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw down a shot here every time we see a good wreck. So this could really get fun for us tonight. No, those guys out there drinking. It's New Year's Eve. It's a party like none other. You guys are locked and loaded to Full Velocity TV, but for every wreck, we're going to throw a shot back. But that'd be the first thing I would do. Second off, I'm going to try to be the 47. I'm going to try to get out there and run away, keep myself clear of all carnage around me, because the guy who makes the most laps wins this thing. So you go out there, you log laps early. You never know here early in the event what can happen. If you can amass some sort of a lead, maybe half a lap, 1 lap, even 2 laps, you get tore up, you get one of those quick repairs, you may be able to come in and salvage and maybe keep in contention for a win. But I would take a conservative. Find a place to ride, log some laps. I guess the fuel loads here in these cars, I believe, a 35% capacity of fuel. So you're going to have to come on and off pit road enough times. All that can happen getting on and off pit road. I'm just going to go out there and ride. I like the 47 right now out front, just kind of gliding along, not pushing the race car. That's what I would do.
Heck, I would like to be in the gaggle of cars back here, Phil, between the 01 machine, the 37, the 25 back there. That's Jared Burba. You got the 01 machine back there. And Kyle Vogler, I tell you, he was up towards the front, so he fell back there. The number 26 machine of Brad Doss back there. I mean, yeah, they're racing hard here, but it makes time go by a little bit faster. I may be sipping on a beverage here this evening, but I would be sipping on a beverage here just to bring in the new year, just driving around here in one of these enduro type races. It's fantastic here. Great series, great thing that the Ram Racing's got going on here. I tell you, if you want to get involved, it's the second coming here on iRacing. I do believe is what we were discussing here earlier in the day here with Kyle, who had a work obligation he had to run there, but he should be back here maybe to complete some laps here of this Irwindale Speedway Enduro, and he's still in the server, so he can still log some laps here later in this event. But Phil, I tell you right now, just watching these guys go to post here, go to work, and seeing the different type of strategies. Some fell back. Some already have made contact. Some are missing hoods already. When do you want to use that quick repair? Probably the next pit stop there. Even if you're like Chris Torres in that number 99 machine, I would stay out as long as I can, log some laps, and then go down on pit road.
Well, anything can happen here. I mean, the race leader right now has only completed 17 laps. We're 9 minutes into the event. We got an hour, 50 minutes left to go. Yeah, you got to save those quick repairs for later. You don't want to, as I say, we don't want to blow your wad here too early on. You don't want to really ruin your night here right away. I've been out there following that gaggle of cars there, Todd. I was kind of running along with that red number 20 car. That's Alex Bridger currently riding along there in the 7th spot. And I was watching those guys racing side by side back there, and I thought to myself, as great and that fun as that looks, you only run the risk of hurting your race car a little bit more back there. You can, rub sheet metal, get yourself up on the wall, abuse a tire. I mean, yes, we're racing, but I think it's more the name of survival here tonight. I know racing alongside these guys is fun, and that's what we're doing here, but I'm not sure I want to do anything unnecessary, especially the opening 10 minutes of the race.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything unnecessary. As watching Bridger make contact there with the wall, getting the stripe there in that Flex Seal number 20 machine there. And we see some of these guys that are actually transitioned here that we see on Full Velocity TV from the dirt side of things. We've seen a lot of Ron Piles. We've seen a lot of the Eric Tupper machine there, but tonight being driven by in the number 89, so Eric Tupper out there. We've seen some of these guys. We see a lot of new faces here tonight, though, Phil, and a lot of different strategies are going to prevail here this evening. Just looking through the field is right now, looking at the best lap by Kyle Edger right now, the best lap with 19.926. And I'm going to tell you, or Edgar, excuse me, in the 20.274.
Oh, big wreck. The 43 of Clinton Nichols just got absolutely killed. Looks like Eric Tupper's 89 got a piece. Another car there went sliding. I believe it was at the 99 or whatever, but these guys just racing along. And the 43 of Clinton Nichols, I was going to say, that old Pepsi Challenger type of looking scheme. Well, don't open that can. That 43 car is torn to crap. It's an Enduro. We're going to see things like that happen. It was minding your manners, riding along, and then, boom, you're dead.
That 88 has to win the prettiest award out there. Missing the whole front bumper. I could see the radiator of the 88. The hood's popped up in the air. Oh, man, Ronald Piles in the 88 machine. Yeah, we're going to give him the beautiful-looking car award here at Irwindale so far. Right now, who's going to be able to top that 88 machine? I tell you, man, that thing is destroyed.
Oh, it's junk. It's absolutely junk. We talk about having, 8 quick repairs. Well, it may not be a bad idea to come on and maybe use one now. After that wreck, I see the 43 of Clinton Nichols has come on the pit road after this. The Savage hit to that car, and he pulls it up to the sign, and bloop, car looks like new. Let's use a quick repair. Clinton Nichols, Todd, looks like that junk number 43. Well, it's like brand new. Uses one of them up.
Yeah, one early here, and we're still not even 10 minutes into the race, and he's already got one quick repair gone, so down to 7 quick repairs. So hopefully he doesn't have any more bad luck here. So it looks like the field is starting to string itself out just a little bit there, Phil. But, when you're the leader, you almost want to have a little bit of a target there. You want to be careful around lap traffic, and the guys that you are putting down laps, or I should say laps, hours here, and minutes as these guys progress ahead of each other. But the number 47, you got to really pay attention to the lap cars. Maybe the type of strategy for the lap cars, maybe to bounce them off the wall a little bit. just to kill some momentum, maybe use up his quick repairs. That could be another type of strategy. I know you can't purposely take somebody out here in an enduro. You can't purposely physically take somebody out, but you can rub with them, maybe bounce them up into the wall just a little bit, cause damage, make them use all their quick repairs up here early in the going, so they don't have any towards the end there, Phil.
Well, it's a dick move, but I think that'd be a great idea. Why the heck not? I mean, that's kind of what it's about. Use them up if you got them here tonight. We're not here to crown the prettiest car with checkered flag. It's about surviving here after 2 hours. Good race going on out there right now for position number 3 between the 34 of Corey Boutna, the number 44 of Raymond Dormer. Black 44 down to the inside. They're racing here at Irwindale into turn number 3. 44 going to fall back in line. This racetrack, really cool. Irwindale Speedway, as anybody knows, progressive banked. 3 or 4 different lines they can run. It really makes for a cool picture for us here. You see the 44 car drive in down deep low on the inside under the 34 car as they head down the back chute into turn 3 once again. But not only these guys racing for third, I mean, you got lap cars all in the mix now. The 99 is there, missing a piece of the front there. There's Eric Tupper's 99. But, yeah, for real, we're racing, but it's survival type of racing. Nonetheless, it's a good battle going on out there. Let's look at the 99. Quick repair on the 99 car. Couple of laps down. We're good.
Yeah, the number 44. You're looking at the sponsor there, and a lot of people, some of the guys in chat were like, "What's Mellow Yellow?" It's the Dew version that Coke has. It's their Mountain Dew, but it's Mellow Yellow, and some of those guys not knowing what Mellow Yellow actually was, I was actually surprised. I believe it was the one Canadian that was in the field. Actually, there's 2 Canadians here in the field here tonight, not knowing what Mellow Yellow was. But it was interesting. It was rather surprised to see what that was. But you're watching it. The 44 said that it was better. Dormer says that it was better than actual Mountain Dew. So it looks like he's parading around that scheme. Nice looking scheme out there. There's some pretty looking cars out there, Phil. Before they get damaged, might as well show them off just a little bit.
I'm seeing a pretty good race going on back here. I've got Alex Bridger's number 20 car back in this fray. The 99 is back there. The 89 of Piles there. The number 23 car up ahead. The 23 is Joe Halsey, currently running in the 5th spot. Good 4-car battle there. Not all of them on the lead lap, but that's good racing action. That's what we're paid to do. We're here to call a race, folks. That's what they're doing. They're racing, watching that red Flex Seal number 20 roll around the 99 of Tupper. So far, so good for Alex Bridger. So far, so good. The 23 car of Halsey, just minding his business, running to the top 5. We're still early on there, Todd. You look up on the clock, and we're 15 minutes in. You still got an hour and 45 minutes left to go with this thing. You got to think pit stop's probably going to be the way of the land here soon for a lot of these guys who've yet to come in. 35% fuel load here, so it's going to bring these guys on and off pit road a couple of different times. How do you think that's going to change the dynamic of this race, knowing the extra times these guys have to pit for fuel?
It's definitely going to change the dynamics, Phil. You're going to see those guys getting fuel. You're going to see them getting tires. You may see some different types of strategies. You do got an hour and 47 more minutes to play around with here in this Enduro race, so you might be able to make some mistakes. There's already a few cars that are already done a lap after quick repairs. More cars going down laps, and some of them already coming down onto pit road here. Like Piles that we're looking at, I'm looking at here on the screen, number 88 machine, he's already 1 lap down. Chris Torres is 2 laps down. Clinton Nichols, who is one of the Canadians in the field, he is 3 laps down already. So in that number 43 machine, so that's what you're looking at, kind of different strategies. And if you're that many laps down, do you want to try to gamble, roll the dice, maybe even take a 2-tire pit stop early on in the going just to try to make up some of that time? You're not going to make up a ton of time. You might make up a little bit, but you got to do something here as it continues to be green flag. Obviously, there's going to be no yellow flags. Enduro style race here as these guys just keep chugging along, chugging along here. 20.497 is way off the pace compared to what they were running earlier, Phil. 19.926. So tire wear is a considerable factor.
Oh, absolutely right. And watching on the 43 of Clinton Nichols racing around the number 20 of Alex Bridger. Good race going on there. The 43 down a couple of laps. You saw his car get wrecked already once. 1 quick repair already into the 43 car as he tries to rebound. But, if I was a 43, I'm out there. I'm logging laps. we still got a long way to go. I'm going to run my own race. I'm going to go out there. I'm not going to care what these guys are going to do. I'm not going to try anything different. I'm going to run it out as far as the fuel will go. I'm going to run the tires as far as they'll go. I'm not going to worry about anybody else is doing. Run your own race. Let somebody else dictate the pace. It's their race to lose at that point. Only good things can happen if you're a couple of laps down. Just mind your own business. Run your own laps and see where they fall later.
Yeah, because Phil, we maybe only 15 minutes in. These guys have logged already 44 laps, so it's going to be a long event. It's going to be a lot of laps here, so you're going to have the availability to probably make up some laps. And like I said, the leader can get in trouble. Second place can get in trouble. Trevor Harmon right there running in that second spot in that number 29 machine, that Hot Wheels sponsor machine. He's got some heavy pressure from the 88 machine there. And of course, Ron Piles, he is one lap down. But he has a little bit fresher tires, does the 88. Brand new looking car. And he's putting a little bit of pressure on the 29 machine, Trevor Harmon. So, again, it could be a battle for position even though you're laps down there, Phil.
Sure can. And I want to welcome all of you in watching tonight here live on Facebook Live on YouTube, live on Twitch TV, Full Velocity TV out here tonight. 6th annual Ram Racing Series Enduro here tonight, live at the Irwindale Speedway. If you're out there watching, like the link, share it out there. Let's get some viewers out there. Show everybody. They may be watching the ball drop in New York City or whatever else you may be doing. Guys out there partying. Well, why don't you put this race up on the big screen? Entertain yourselves here in a big way. New Year's Eve style with Full Velocity TV as Todd is in my other ear saying we're already about one beer in. I'm about a nip in already, so we're still kind of good up here. We haven't seen a wreck in about 10 minutes, so maybe we can see some more. But the longer this race goes, the more belligerent we may sound, and we still got a show here to do tomorrow night there, Todd. So we may have to be easy because I don't know about you. I don't recover as fast as I used to.
Well, I don't recover as fast as I used to there, fellas. I'm going to have a few beers, and we're going to see what's going to happen tonight. We're going to flow into this broadcast here, and Kyle Ramsey out there, unfortunately. But these guys out there racing around, and that they're having the sips right there and having fun, having a ball, having a hoot. That's what this race is all about. You want to win this race as far as the 6th annual race here. It's the second year that they brought it to iRacing here, and it's going to be this season. So bringing in the new year on Full Velocity TV. What better way to bring in the new year? Why not watch Full Velocity TV? And why not? Let's thank our sponsors, Phil. iRacing, iFlag. You got to thank those guys coming aboard and doing a few things here and there for us throughout this whole season. We got a lot of good sponsors that we've had. Spotafora Firearms. Brendan Spotafora was supporting us from day one, and a fantastic job. You got Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they're evil. They do a fantastic job. And dirt-series.com, those guys are other guys that have supported us since day one, too. They're Phil, and they do a fantastic job for us here in 2018, and hopefully more years to come.
And you can't talk about their series. Also going to thank the guys over at CNC Racing Designs, Earl and Jameson. They do so much for us here behind the scenes at Full Velocity TV. Cannot be done without all the help, our great partners. If you'd like to come be a part of the going here, get your sponsorship out there, a small business, or just want to be a part of donating to our team, you guys can do so by making stars donations out there via Facebook Live. Click through the donations of the stars. Those stars do a lot of great things for us. They help go a long way. They let us do some upgrading of equipment. We get to do some new software. We get to enhance our broadcast, and all with you guys' help. Even a brand new website here to come in the coming days as well. So stars donations, guys, come be a part of the Full Velocity TV team. If maybe not as way as sponsorship, those donations for us go a long way. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, how you're hearing this, and a strange broadcast we have with a 2-hour enduro type style race, stars donations, guys, make us feel the love. They go a long way to help, and we appreciate all that.
Yeah, definitely echo those sentiments there, Phil, as we do appreciate everything that these guys can do, the fans, the sponsors, everything that's happened here in 2018. We thank you for everybody's continued support, and those star donations go a long, long way to help us out with different things throughout the whole season, and that website's coming along there, Phil. It's hopefully going to be by the first year. We're really pushing it, maybe a couple days afterwards because of some technical difficulties on my end. We're trying to get the new PC, the new power plant back together here for Full Velocity TV. Is indeed back together. That's what I am broadcasting off here tonight, and we're actually live though on being broadcasted live by Todd Truen here tonight. So Jack doing a fantastic job down there on the controls. Can't thank him enough, and I'm surprised he hasn't turned into a pumpkin here tonight there, Phil. It's normally he's to bed by now.
This is true, and he's not going to talk to us. And we talk about our old buddy Jack, and guys who know us, we go back a long ways over at TDR Racing with Jack Truen, the owner over there, and Jack's come aboard to run the controls, and a guy who's not going to say crap on the air, but the guy's like an old grouchy guy. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast, an hour away from the ball's dropping, but by now, Jack's usually a pumpkin, so we appreciate him staying up late with us. He is going to be a grouchy guy tomorrow morning. Stay away from him. Jack chewing on the controls for us tonight. Here at Full Velocity TV, we kid, we care. We're so glad he's a part of our team, and we're glad to have this race out here. The Ram Series Enduro, 6th annual version. First time in the iRacing simulation, and so far, Todd, clear sailing for car number 47 of Kyle Edger. Started on the outside pole. So far, 20-plus minutes in, 24 minutes into the race. He has a lead amassed of over 9 seconds over car number 29 of Trevor Harmon. 47 out there logging laps, and I've been following along in clean racetrack. Nobody behind him, nobody in front of him. If you're out there trying to win one of these races, that's quite the strategy right there.
Definitely quite the strategies. He got a 9.71 second advantage over Trevor Harmon there in that number 29 there, Phil. So it's rather interesting to see how big of a gap that he does have there already over second place. And looking up and down these guys, the top 10 have not made it down on pit road as we are now approaching lap 63 here of the laps here in the time period as 1 hour and 38 seconds still to go here at Irwindale Speedway. So these guys just chugging along still here. And it looks like somebody made contact with a wall. I heard some wall damage there, Phil. Not sure if somebody wrecked there in this Enduro race, but hopefully that's not the case. But maybe we did hear some damage there towards the end, and somebody made some contact here at Irwindale. But that would mean we'd have to drink another.
And that would be perfectly okay. We've always, wanted to do a drunken delirious type of broadcast, and the Enduro style race seems like a perfect time to do that. Here is out here live, Full Velocity TV, the Irwindale Speedway, hanging out with the guys over at Ram Series Racing, having a hell of a night out here with this Enduro. So far, 25 minutes of a 2-hour race on hand, and 15 cars took the green flag, and right now we have 7 of those left on the lead lap. Kyle Edger with the lead over Trevor Harmon. Corey Boutois, he is currently 3rd. Joe Halsey is 4th. Raymond Dormer is number 44, running in the 5th spot. Eric Tupper is 6th. Alex Bridger is 7th. Alex, the last driver on the lead lap there. In 8th spot, 1 lap down, we find Brad Doss. Also 1 lap down, the number 37 of Jared Burba. The number 88 of Ron Piles. He is also 1 lap down, running 10th. 11th spot, 3 laps down, we find car number 99 of Chris Torres. The number 43 of Clinton Nichols. He is 4 laps down, currently 12th. Also 4 laps down is the number 25 of James Hacksworth. He's running 13th. And Kyle Vohringer, here about a half hour ago, our pole sitter, 9 laps down, currently 14th. And last car out there looks like Kyle Ramsey may have joined us out to the racetrack. 55 laps down, currently running in the 15th spot in car number 91. So if Kyle's indeed out there, I'm glad he's out there logging laps. He did a lot of work getting this in, and why not? You may not win it. Why not come out here and be a part of the fun?
Yeah, he may not win it, but he's out there, and I tell you, take a look at that car on the screen, though, that 91 machine. Kyle Ramsey. It's a Full Velocity sponsored car. It's got the Ram series on it, of course, the bash here that's going on here for tonight, and it's a beautifully looking car. I kind of like the teal car. It reminds me of my dad's kind of throwback of his race cars. He ran teal, seafoam green kind of ordeal, and I think that's more of a teal there on that number 91 machine, but looks rather sharp out there. Is finally making it back there. 45 laps down. It's going to say between themselves and the next person in line there. So now Ramsey around the 91 machine, not making any contact there with the wall, but it was contact between him and Clinton Nichols, the 43 machine. The 43 right now running in that 13th position, but Kyle Ramsey got right back into the gas, and he's still going.
Sure is. Clinton Nichols not quite so lucky there in the 43. Had to get that car gathered back up, and he'll get it pointed back in the right direction. That's what an Enduro looks like around out here. 26 car now around. Brad Doss. Not sure there was contact there, but we got some shenanigans happening here in Irwindale just about 30 laps in, or 30 minutes in, I should say.
Yeah, Brad Doss going to come down onto pit road. I believe he's going to use one of his quick repairs, missing the whole front end of that car. As you see, just the radiator once again on the 26 machine. So Brad Doss going to go down and probably use one of his quick repairs. We're starting to see some of these guys come down onto pit road, and Kyle Edgar in that number 47 machine. He is down on pit road here, Phil, already in that 47 machine. So getting service to his machine is Trevor Hartman going to stay out. Corey Boutonnet in the number 34. He's also out there on the field, but the 47 is going to finally pull away. He's going to lose about 2 laps to the field.
And you got to think the cycle these guys are on. So far, so good for the 47, making his first stop of the night. Surrendering the race lead, losing about 2 laps in the process, so that will hand the lead over to the 29 car of Trevor Harmon. But you got to think, same thing going to have to apply if the 47s come down on pit road. You got to think that number 29 car can't be too far behind, now with a 2.6 second advantage over Corey Boutonnet. Eric Tupper's number 89 up to 3rd. Alex Bridger 4th. Joe Housley running the top 5. So the 44 car, Todd, of Raven Dormer onto pit road. So I think we're seeing at the very end of what the fuel load for these cars is going to be is the 44 was in the top 5. The 47 car was the leader. 29 out there to lead now. I think the clock is ticking on him. And I think you see him pulling off the racetrack, that Hot Wheels number 29. Trevor Harmon, our race leader, he's going to have to surrender to come to pit road to fill it full of fuel.
Yeah, definitely down on pit road is that number 29 of Trevor Harmon going to go to the aid of his pit crew. I kind of want to see what he's going to do here. So let's see what the 29 machine is indeed going to do. Is more contact made and another wreck on the field. I've seen somebody down there plowing the grass. Not sure if Phil can get maybe an update as the guy was spin cycling it down through the grass. It looks like 4 tires is going to be the call here for Trevor Harmon in that number 29 Hot Wheels sponsor machine.
I caught a red car going off the screen. I'm not sure if it was a 20 car or a Bridger out there, but definitely a red car that was, plowing through the grass, and not exactly sure where that happened from there. Things zany are going to happen. I think Tana, just in that fracas of trying to go back and check it, first casualty of the night, it's a bad one. I spilt the beer. I got a mess over here. Take it away.
Oh, the casualty, the fallen soldier here occasionally happens on Full Velocity TV, especially when we're doing one of these New Year's type of races. Looks like the number 88 machine of Ron Piles around. Ron Piles around here on the back straightaway, so that's another drink. Yeah, it might not be a huge wreck, but that's another drink here on Full Velocity TV as Ron Piles around there, causing an incident. These guys really want to get the announcers 2 sheets to the win here tonight is Irwindale. These guys doing a fantastic job just going down through these cars, just watching them run, and you're seeing solo spins, you're seeing guys hit the wall, and it almost looks like an EA Sports type of game there, Phil. You remember the type of speed you could gather from hitting the corner at the right time there. As you're going through the corner, you hit the corner and you go faster in the EA Sports type of game. That's what these guys are doing right now.
You kind of see that sometimes on the dirt and iRacing too. You think of tracks like a Kokomo, they certainly do that. They ride the wall. You go back to NR 2003, you get some fast laps, but it's in there plowing the wall. So, yeah, EA Sports Simulation, it feels like, here tonight. But you talked about the 88 of Ron Piles. Let's spin around. And well, let's love on our buddy Piles here for a minute. I wonder how tired that guy is going to be because, and you guys can clown on me and, straighten it out. This race happened late. Phil was passed out this evening, probably about 6 o'clock. We were up early this morning. But about 5 o'clock this morning, I scroll through the Facebook feed, and what do I see? I see Ron Piles is live at 5 a.m. playing a little bit of PUBG. I wonder if old Piles has went to bed yet tonight. I wonder how he's feeling.
Yeah, Phil, I seen that too. As I was getting up and ready for work, I was scrolling through the feed, the same thing, the news feed. Ron Palos was playing Players Unknown Battleground and solo missions, and then he was talking. So I don't think it was a solo mission. He announced that it was a solo mission, but I think somebody else is up there with him. Usually he plays with maybe Eric Chopper or a couple of other guys over there at HAR. And watching Ron Piles and being up that late, I don't think he's gotten any sleep. If he's got any, it's a very bare minimum.
Wait, you don't talk to yourself during any kind of a solo mission? We'll leave that alone. It's New Year's Eve. Let's not talk about being lonely, because we obviously have nothing better to do. Three lonely guys who can't get a date. We come out here and do it here live on Full Velocity TV. These guys out there parading around the Irwindale Speedway. We're 30-plus minutes in of 90 minutes. Todd's feeling good. I smell like booze. I need to get another drink. So and make the call to the house. Is somebody here? Phil's got an empty house. The kids are gone. The wife's away. My next drink, I'm going to have to walk to the fridge, Todd. This is rather unfortunate. And I wonder, Todd, are you in any way good to stand up and maybe get me a drink at this point?
I would be still good to stand up right now, as I've already slammed 2 in here in just a little bit of time period. So we're still good. We're not nowhere near 2 sheets to the wind as we keep continuing to go here. Again, New Year's Eve here, celebrating here on Full Velocity TV, Ram Series Enduro style racing here. Minute 29 seconds in, or 1 minute 29 seconds left here to go. So we're about 31 minutes and 31 seconds, man. That's why we're not good at math here. Common Core up here in upstate New York, and starting to really, really mess with my mind as I'm starting to learn Common Core there, Phil, and I still don't understand it.
Well, you'll understand, Todd, that getting to the right answer makes absolutely no difference here in Common Core. You'll learn that correct, and everything we thought we ever knew, well, it's all out the window. But what we do know here is we're racing here at Irwindale. We've seen a round of green flag pit stops, has cycled all the way back through. Number 47 car.
37 is smoking.
Going to be able to maintain his lead now. Raymond Dormer currently running second, 4.9 seconds behind. Third is Trevor Harmon. He's 14 seconds behind the race lead. With fourth is Corey Boutonnois, number 34 car, and Alex Bridger running at your top 5. Eric Tupper, the only car left in the lead lap, but he's about to surrender that lap to our race leader. And you saw, Todd, one car out there smoking, the number 37 car of Jared Burba, running 4 laps down the 11th spot. That car swallowed a little bit of speed bumps. There was definitely some carnage there. That car was heavily smoking. Did the 37 yet come to pit road?
Yes, indeed, he did come down the pit road, and that's the quickest engine change I've ever seen on the Jared Burba machine in that 37. Man, it was so quick. It was in and out. They had that. Man, it was just quick. As quick repairs those guys are very, very, very speedy. Speedy Gonzalez is down there on pit road for that number 37. So he's back there racing again, Jared Burba, and that number 37 machine. But we're watching these guys, and I keep hearing sounds of cars hitting the wall, and it's like music to my ears. I look around, try to find some of these cars that are hitting these walls, and the damage has got to start taking its toll on the right side of those machines. These guys, and it looks like the 37, man, he was almost around again. He might have had one too many already, Phil.
Well, why the heck not? You can throw it a couple down, waste a couple of quick repairs. We're a quarter of the way in, 36 minutes of a 2-hour enduro race, and nobody doing it better right now than Kyle Edger. Nobody doing it better than Todd, obviously, at Full Velocity TV, as he's got his crap together over there. And like to see you guys start sprinkling in. Guys, you're out there watching Facebook, YouTube, Twitch TV. Like it, share it, follow it, subscribe it, whatever you got to do. Show everybody out here we are celebrating the end of 2018 in style, a 2-hour enduro that is going to take us all the way to the top of the hour here at midnight. About 42 minutes from now, we'll ring in 2019 right smack dab in the middle of our 2-hour enduro event, which started about, close to 90 minutes behind schedule. As the iRacing simulation, they were probably out partying a little bit too early. Why not? The iRacing.com clan, probably celebrating here off the World Series title. Probably the best memory of 2018 that we live up here in the Northeast, so we can certainly live with that. We're live here on Full Velocity TV, watching these guys just continue to make laps. And Todd, you say you're doing well out there, 2 beers into the fray here so far, but you look at the lap count these guys have made. Look at Kyle Edgers, the race leader. He's got 5 seconds on the field. He has completed 98 laps here through the first 37 minutes. So if we do a little bit of math, he could be on pace to make well over 300 laps. Not only do you think about, surviving, this is almost a good test of endurance. 300 laps at Irwindale, that's not a small feat to make. You got to think how these guys feel in the driver's seat. I know we're getting 3 sheets to the wind up here. How do you think those guys are going to feel? You got to be mentally drained making those laps, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it's got to take its toll and physically take its toll as you're sitting here wheeling the race car around Irwindale. It's not anything like, it's not a Talladega where you can put maybe a brick on the pedal and just go and just kind of cruise control. This is Irwindale. This is a short track. You have to let off. You have to turn. You have to. I mean, it's a finesse type of track. You really have to be on top of your A game to pull away, like say the number 47 of Kyle Edger is doing right now. But watching some great saves going on out there, Phil. We were talking, and as we were talking, it was the number 99 of Torres, and I believe it was the number 89 machine, which is going to be Eric Chopper in that other red, white, and blue machine, as he was right there behind the Chris Torres number 99 machine. As he got loose, he saved it, but the 89 also of Eric Chopper just backed off and let him gather it back in. Didn't make a lot of contact, and those guys kept it going. So great racing going on throughout out the field. There's awesome saves going on, Phil. There's fantastic racing going on. What more do you want here on a New Year's Eve?
Well, I'm watching the race leader, the 47 of Kyle Edger out there, and he is stuck right in the middle of traffic. He's got the 25 car of James Hacksworth in front of him, the number 20 of Alex Bridger. The 47, you're out there leading the race. You want to survive. The name of the game here, it's an Enduro. You can't basically intent wreck the guy, but you can really drive it in deep and, use his car up. I'm not sure I like Kyle being out there in traffic at 21, going to come back to the inside. The race leader racing that Hacksworth machine. James is 2 laps down, currently in 8th. The 47, our race leader, he is out there in traffic now with the 20 car. Bridger up ahead. They lean on each other a little bit. If you're the race leader, Todd, are you out there maybe even risking rubbing fenders with somebody at this point?
Well, he does have a little bit of a lead there, so he has a little bit of a gap that he can go. It's a 25, almost goes around there, saves it. The 25 machine, that is James Hacksworth Jr. in that machine as he saves it. That was a great save. There's a 20. Also another good save there of Alec Bridger as he was up alongside the 47. I'm going to tell you, Phil, you have a little bit of a gap. Right now he has about 5.650 on the second place running Raymond Dormer in the 44 machine. So he has a little bit of a gap to play around with. You can race hard, but you don't want to race too hard. There, the 47 machine is you don't want to actually race with those lap cars and get put into the wall as he hits the wall himself. But he does not want to get tore up here and use one of those quick repairs because that's going to put him at least 2 laps down if he has to go back down on pit road.
Well, he's able to race his way through the traffic. Maybe he can open that lead back up. It's 5.6 seconds over Carver 44 of Raymond Dormer this time around. Our race leader, Kyle Edger, right now, Todd, next time around, 109 laps for him going on the board with the big minute here. 41 minutes, 15 seconds in. The race is 2 hours in length. You still have just over, an hour and about 18 and a half minutes here. So another 1 hour, 18 minutes as another car has gone around. What do you got there, Todd?
Clinton Nichols in the number 43 Pepsi machine, the 01 machine. Don't quite have a name on him as I'm trying to scroll down through here, but I know the 43 machine. He's been involved in a couple of barn burners. That's Clinton Nichols there at the 43. Tough break for a couple of those guys as they run around. Spin, that means another drink for you, Phil.
All right. Well, we'll do it here live. So hold on. Let's reach over here, grab a drink. Very good. Nice and cold. Down it goes. A little swig there. We'll keep working on this one. But That 01 car, Todd, that was Kyle Vohringer, our pole sitter here to start this race, but he was involved in an incident on the opening lap that basically just took him from the lead. Kyle Vohringer right now, 11 laps down, currently running 14th, but still out there making laps.
Yeah, Vollringer in that number 01 machine. It's going to be interesting to see how much he can make up. Man, I'm watching the 43. He's just riding that wall around the speedway here, and just watching him go into the corner again up against the wall. I mean, it's typical EA Sports type of move there. The cars are passing him, but he's up against the wall. Maybe a flat tire on the 43 machine. I'm not sure why was up against that wall so hard. But now back down to the bottom, Clinton Nichols there, just trying to get us to talk about him, Phil. I almost guarantee you.
Well, I think you got to know him really good here, and the delay we had is you were out here waiting for the servers to go live, waiting for iRacing to fix their crap, which always seems like it's more broken any time than not, but we're glad it's back here to working. I was out there taking a nap. I didn't get to talk to a lot of these guys out there, I wasn't even sure there about 10 o'clock that this race was even going to go on as scheduled. So I was, all but tucked in for the night, and the phone rings and tells me to get my butt back in here. But you have to catch up, Todd, and talk to some of these personalities. Clinton Nichols is certainly one of those. That number 43 car currently 6 laps down, running in the 12th position.
Yeah, definitely the most boisterous in the TeamSpeak room that I got to see was Clinton Nichols. So he had a comment for everything that everybody was saying. So it was rather interesting to get to hang out with some of these guys here before the races. We don't get to do that very often, as we usually come in and just we hang out with them afterwards, but not before the race. Obviously, the rain delay here for the iRacing community and what was going on there. A simple change of date kind of ordeal. Not sure what went wrong. It might have been some kind of server related because nothing was going on. I know there was like negative 200 million laps or whatever there was down in the left-hand corner of the screen. So everybody knew there was something wrong with iRacing, and it was just unfortunate it had to happen on New Year's Eve here tonight, 25 now. James Hackworth Jr. coming down to pit road, and just watching him come down to make his pit stop. So pretty much everybody, Phil, has made one pit stop. Some have made 2, some have made 3. The most has been 4 here by Kyle Vollringer in that 01 machine. So he's made 4 pit stops out of everybody else's 2 or 3 pit stops.
Like that negative 200,000, what may be what what people have drained their wallet playing this sim this year. Maybe iRacing was out there cashing the check, I guess. We'll never know. It's New Year's Eve. They're out there probably throwing a really good hellacious party out there, and we're throwing one here tonight at the Irwindale Speedway, live on Full Velocity TV. Great to see you guys all checking in here live in the Facebook live chat. Guys, like what's going on here. Share what's going on. I see about 20 or so out there watching on Facebook Live. Let's double this here over the course of the next hour. Who cares about that ball dropping in New York City? Unless somebody like Jenny McCarthy's top's going to fall off, who really gives a crap what's going on out there? It's all living right here tonight, live on Full Velocity TV here, Enduro-style racing for 2 hours. Here as we are now 45 minutes into the race. Kyle Egger, the number 47 car, leads the event by 7.8 seconds over the number 44 car of Raymond Dormer. Trevor Harmon's number 29, currently third, 14 seconds back. It's 16 seconds back to fourth place running number 34, Corey Boutois. The last driver on the lead lap, currently running fifth now, is Alex Bridger. Eric Tupper is sixth. He's 1 lap down. Joe Halsey is seventh in car 23. He's also a lap down. 2 laps down, we find Ronald Piles. Chris Torres is running in the 9th spot. He is 5 laps down. Also 5 laps down is Jared Burba. James Hacksworth, he is running 11th. He is 6 laps down, as is Clinton Nichols. Also Brad Doss, 6 laps down. So it's a good 3-car race going on there within the same lap as Clinton Nichols, Brad Doss, James Hacksworth. Those guys really racing at it. Kyle Vollringer, he is 14th. He is 14 laps down. And Kyle Ramsey, he's gained a couple of those laps back the hard way. 53 laps down, currently running 15th. That is your full field rundown, sponsored by your friends at the Full Velocity TV network here, guys. Welcome aboard to the show. It is late. We are feeling great. Todd's doing good. I've got a drink or two in me as well. How you doing there, Todd?
Doing perfectly fine here tonight. Just looking at the Facebook Live chat, seeing some guys chime in. Happy New Year's, Andy Margot. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too. Jerry Bailey, thanks for the stars donations. And And what's going on out here tonight is an enduro type of racing. It's not actually set up. That's why these guys don't have the awesome looking paint schemes. They're kind of grayed out. It's supposed to be made like an enduro, guys. So that's why the paint scheme's probably not looking top notch as most of them would on a normal night here. It's enduro type of racing. I mean, a lot of times you should go to an enduro at a local track, Phil. You're seeing duct tape numbers on the side of that. Heck, sometimes you just see an X painted on it.
Sometimes you do. Want to thank Jerry Bailey. He's made a Stars donation out there on Facebook Live, and I'm going to throw the call out there now. We're having a good time here live on Full Velocity TV here tonight at the Irwindale Speedway. Stars donations, guys, they help us go a long way as far as what we can do to enhance our product, the look, the sound, the feel, the accessibility you guys have to all of us, all the great widgets and stuff we're going on out there. We got a lot of great things to come in the new year 2019. It all can be done here with the help of you guys. Stars donations make a lot of that happen for us. And just because it's New Year's Eve, Todd, just because it's well documented that we intend to be 3 sheets to the wind by the time this thing is over, I think for every Stars donation, just like a wreck we see out there, we're throwing a drink in here. Every wreck we're going to see, I think with every Stars donation, I think we should take a double drink. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Let's see what's going to happen and everything that's going on here on Full Velocity TV. Yeah, every star donation, guys, we'll take a drink here on Full Velocity TV as these guys are coming up on almost 1 hour, just 1 hour left here of the 2-hour show. The Enduro type racing here at Irwindale Speedway. Just watching these guys go to town, and there's only 3 cars left on the lead lap here. And the 47's just setting a torrid pace here this evening.
Well, I think he's got the money strategy through the first 49-plus minutes of the race. He was up front on the outside pole, stayed clear of early carnage, made some laps out an open racetrack, and now as he makes his 132nd lap around the Irwindale Speedway, Kyle Edger's number 47 car leads the field by almost 10 seconds here down the back stretches. He's just logging laps. It's not kill the leader, guys. It's an enduro style race, 23. But it's certainly not out there destroying the race. But I think we just saw one maybe get a tad bit destroyed there, Todd. Number 23 of Joel Housey. He had a little interesting excursion there just now.
Yeah, 23 had an excursion down there. I'm not sure who else was down on the bottom there as they quickly got out of the way. But the 23 had an excursion down towards pit road wall. I'm going to say the outside of pit road wall. So 23 taking a lazy spin down there. So that's not probably what he wanted to do there. That's Joe Hastley in the number 23 machine. So he's going to have to see what he's going to do to get back. He is currently 2 laps down here to your race leaders.
2 laps down is that Mellow Yellow machine, Carver 23, and that's what you get. You drive a Mellow Yellow, you deserve to be 2 laps down. We will rock the do anytime. We're staying away from that Coke, call it cat piss out there, that Mellow Yellow. Great looking race car, great looking logo. Not my drink of choice. As we watch out there on the racetrack, the race leader currently surrounded in traffic, and I believe that's the number 89 of Eric Tupper that was inside. Tupper out there, new number, but currently running in the 3rd spot, 1 lap down. Eric Tupper may race his way back on the lead lap the hard way off of turn number 4.
Okay, Eric Tupper starting to come on really strong there with the leader, the over 47 machine. The 44 was down on pit road. Raymond Dormer, he was running in that 2nd spot there, Phil. So he came down to the service and 8 of his pick for 4 tires was the call on that 44 machine. So now 3 laps down as he was down on pit road for a lengthy stop.
Well, we're going to see a little bit of that here at Irwindale. A pit stop going to take it 2, maybe 3 laps here. As guys are really turning some really good lap times. Really impressed how good these guys are. How the way these guys are just keeping control of the race car. You see the 47 car leading, having a good race with Tupper. You see the 34 car, Corey Boudoir. He has just come in. 3 laps down, currently running in the 7th spot. Cordy had just recently come to pit road, so that's why I think we're seeing these guys kind of sprinkled on through Kyle Edgar out there in traffic. So as we approach the 1 hour mark here, a little less than 10 minutes away from halfway home here in the Ram Series Enduro, What do you think, Todd? What's your early on thoughts here of this first hour? What do you think we can expect to see as we transition here in about 10 minutes into hour number 2?
Well, we're going to see what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to start unfolding as you get towards the end. You're going to see some of these guys try to take a little bit more chances, you do believe, and maybe take some chances to maybe take that leader out, that number 47 machine who's been on a mission here this evening. And I'm going to predict, Phil, we're going to do some in-car chats as these guys are racing around here tonight, too. This last hour, we're going to make sure we get some of these guys. Contact made, the 34. Wow, what a save by the 34 as the contact was made between the leader and that number 34 machine. So, wow, what a save by the 34, able to keep it going.
All right, so they make the call for in-car chats. We like to stir up drama and chaos here on Full Velocity TV. So I see the race leader, the 47 car, has come to pit road. I think we'll make him our first in-car interview of the night. We'll let him come down here, get his service, get off of pit road, and then after he gets cycled on back through, Todd, what do you think? Our first interview of the night, let's talk to the 47 car. He's been the fastest driver in Irwindale this evening. What do you say Kyle Eggert becomes our first in-car interview?
Well, only seems like he should be after leading just about this whole event here for the first hour. The 47, I do believe, Phil. I have to agree with you. Let's interview him. Let's see what he has to say. Maybe he can share some strategies out there.
Well, I'm going to let his car roll off a pit road because nothing worse than having some silly old announcer boy pull you in the middle of a pit stop and get you a black flag, screw up a good run, and it could pull a Kevin LePage too. Who the heck knows? But a 47 going to get off of pit road. We'll let him get back to the racetrack, and we'll see where he cycles out. Looks like he's going to lose at least one lap, maybe two, from the race lead to about, fourth or fifth. That's a pretty good significant gain there. That time lost, I think max effort there for car 47 of Kyle Eggert. He's back to the racetrack. Todd, one lap down, currently running fourth. Let's see if we can't pull him into the conversation.
You're going to have to see if Phil can be able to pull in Kyle Eggert in that number 47 machine. Starting to go to work here and try to get in-race communications here with the 47 machine as these guys are still going around. I do believe Phil may have caught up or got some communication there with that number 47 machine. Phil?
Well, let's see if we can't talk to car 47, Kyle Eggert out there. Kyle, Phil from Full Velocity TV, my friend. You've led the majority of this race. It's Enduro style racing. Tell us about the different ways you attack this racetrack and how you maneuver your way through traffic as we're almost through the first hour of the race. How's your car?
Car's really good right now. Started outside pole, and on the drop of the green flag, I just kind of pedaled down and set my pace here. But cycling through pit stops here, so we'll see. Should cycle back to lead, if not second. But I mean, this is chaos. Cars side by side, people running into each other, and I'm just trying to keep my nose clean here.
Well, through the opening laps of the race, we saw you out there with clean racetrack, out there logging laps, trying to build that lead up. But through probably the last 25 minutes or so, you've been locked around lap cars all around you. You've got guys with fresh tires like Tupper, and I think that was it the 43 car? It was Boutonnois. It was Corey's car. 34 car was up there racing you. These guys making contact with you. What's that give you for perspective from the inside the cockpit? You're out there trying to survive logging laps as a leader. What's it like out there racing around traffic with the chaos we have ensuing?
Some of these guys are nice and just let you go, but I mean, contact with the 34 there. Did it 2 times in a row, so I told him I'm not dealing with it and gave him a little bump back. So just trying to move and maneuver my way through this field here and try to make it to the end.
All right. Well, you're doing a hell of a job there, Kyle. About 1 hour into the event. Car's good. How's the driver feeling? You got a good hour left ahead because as you complete this lap, you've already put 150 laps here at Irwindale, not even halfway home. You're on a pace to make 300 laps here. That's no small feat. Kind of a little bit of endurance style. You up to a challenge?
I mean, it's a challenge for sure, but 300 laps, not the first time I've done it. I ran the Snowball Derby here last month, and that was 300 laps in a super late. So, I mean, super stock compared to super late, not much, but yeah, this pace is pretty quick.
Well, buddy, doing an awesome job out there. currently running in the 4th spot, waiting for this thing to cycle back around. 29 is going to come on pit road anytime, so I think you're in good shape. Kyle, good luck. Thanks for talking to us here, and God knows, another hour from now, we may greet you in victory lane. Keep that thing clean there, buddy. And first of all, have some fun out there. It's New Year's Eve. Guys. We're having a party.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year to everyone out there. We'll be driving right through it, so hopefully we can get the win to bring in 2019 here.
Sounds like a good plan. I can't ever say I've opened up a new year with a win out there. Right on New Year's Eve, I start the race on one side of the calendar year, and I win a race on the other side. That's going to be a cool feat in itself. I'm not sure how many guys out there can say that. It's certainly not me.
Definitely not me either, Phil. I don't think I've ever won a race going into the new year. I've watched many races. I've been part of the Midnight Series that have went on over the many years in NASCAR 2003. I don't think I ever won a race there, at least an official race. And this is the Enduro style race. This is a 6 8. I believe it did start in R Factor there, Phil, is where this Enduro style race started. And now these guys logging some laps, logging some time down, and man, that 34 is just not giving up. He's not letting that 47 by. 47 starting to pound on his rear bumper. Kyle Egger trying to get around him. The 20 way down the bottom. Looks like these guys are almost blocking the 47 machine. They don't want to go down any more laps than they have to.
Well, look how cool this racetrack race is. You could basically put it 3 different lanes out there, and you can find some really good traction. The 47 car uses up the 34 through 3 and 4, puts him in the outside wall. He had said it. We just talked to him. He was getting a little bit, pissed off at the 34, running him out of racetrack. I think turnabout was fair play. Race leader pulls him up on the outside, pounds the 34 off the wall, and you know what that is did there, Todd? The 34 car is currently running in the 2nd spot. He is 1 lap down. Kyle Egger, he has lapped the entire field in our first hour.
Yeah, he's definitely put on a show with that 47 machine, and he wants to keep those guys all at bay. Wants to keep them all 1 lap down, Phil. I don't know if that puts a big target on your car or not. As some of these guys that are 1 lap down, may have to hit the leader just a tad bit, put them up in the wall to try to save face here. As we're getting ready to come up on that exact hour here, Phil, that's going to put us about a half an hour. Well, we're about 19 minutes away here from the new year here in the eastern part of the world here, where we're at, Phil. It's about 19 minutes away, so for the new year, it's going to ring in here in 2019. So we're going to be about 30 to 40 minutes into the new year when we crown a victor here at Irwindale Speedway in this Enduro race.
Absolutely right. We're thrilled to have you guys all aboard here watching tonight. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV, Full Velocity TV out here hanging out with the guys over at Ram Racing, having a terrific night. The 6th annual New Year's Eve Enduro here tonight. Irwindale Speedway is this year's home for this great race, and it has been awesome to watch so far. Kyle Egger for the first hour, 162 laps on the board for him in a 2-hour race. He's got a 1-lap advantage over the field. Corey Boutois currently running 2nd. Raymond Dormer 3rd. Trevor Harmon is 4th. Alex Bridger is currently 5th. Alex 2 laps down, as is guys like Eric Tupper. Joe Halsey's 2 laps down. 3 laps down, we find Chris Torres. Ron Piles is 4 laps down, as is Clinton Nichols. James Hacksworth is 4 laps down. You got Brad Doss out there, the number 26. He is 7 laps down, as is the 37 car of Jared Burba. Those guys running in a battle for the 12th spot. 14 laps down and 14th, we find Kyle Vollringer. And running at your field, 55 laps down, car number 91 of Kyle Ramsey. So just 1 hour ago, 15 cars started our Enduro here tonight for Ram Racing, and we are halfway home. 1 driver left to the lead lap. That is number 47 of Kyle Egger, and he's doing it better than anybody else out there. A 1-lap advantage, and he's got a hungry pack of cars right behind him. Look at that number 25 car, James Hackworth. He has run him deep in a turn 3 this last lap.
Yeah, definitely running them deep there is the number 25 machine, but the 47 is starting to pull away from that pack once again. Kyle Egger in that 47. So Egger really having a great run here tonight and just able to put laps down. Last time by 20.471. Next closest guy is Trevor Harmon.
We could have a fallen soldier over there. May have shot one too soon. Maybe a little bit tired. Maybe a coughing fit. We hope Todd's okay. Don't don't call 911. I think he may survive. I hope he survives because if he doesn't, this next hour it may be filled with silence. As I'm starting to feel a little bit tired, a little bit winded. And it's only the start of the new year, Todd. We have a lot of racing to come here over the rest of this week and even into next week. We have a busy freight of races scheduled. I don't think we can hurt ourselves too bad here tonight. We have to start taking it easy. Maybe we need to slow down, call this half velocity for the second hour.
Yeah, slowing down here might be our right thing for Full Velocity TV. Myself, I should say, is throw it into a coffin pit, have a sip of my beverage, and get ready to go back to green flag. I tell you what, green flag for myself, I should say, not for the race. It's been green flag the whole time, but got to get myself into the green flag conditions here. I've had a couple of days off, one extra day off than you have, Phil, so my voice is not working with me here tonight, and still feeling that sinus infection, Phil. It's lingered with me for the last 4 weeks.
They like to hold on to you. They don't like to leave. I've had a little one brewing here myself, and I'm starting to feel it here the later this night goes as well. But watching our race leader out there, he's got a really good race going on between himself and the number 89 car of Eric Tupper. Eric had just recently pitted out of the race lead, so he's got some fresher tires than a 47. Eric currently running 2 laps down in the top 5, so trying to race his way back to 1 lap down. Eric Tupper's got a really good car. We know Eric over from Har Motorsports, Todd. We've seen him a lot on the dirt, but he's showing his skills on the pavement. He's doing a hell of a job so far tonight here at Irwindale.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a good job here, showing some asphalt skills that he has tonight in that 89 machine. Is, like I said, trying to get back one of his laps. He's going to get back the hard way. He's going to be now 1 lap down to the number 47 machine. He's inside the top 5, but that 47 not going away. He wants to keep as many people down as multiple laps as he can there. But Tupper running the bottom side of the speedway. I believe that's because he's got fresher tires maybe than that 47 of Edgar. And it's side-by-side battle. How long do you want to actually fight side-by-side as we're down under that hour transition there, Phil, as we're getting ready to see these guys pass one another again. Looks like Tupper down on the bottom side still able to work it over. Going to be 1 lap down, but the 47 not going away.
No, but if I'm the 47, let Tupper go. Let him go out there. Let him use his stuff up. See Kyle Ramsey up on the wall ahead of him, so both drivers are going to take an evasive move there. And, Kyle makes contact with the leader of the 47 cars around off the bumper of the 91 car and somehow gets it turned back and around in traffic. More carnage into the next corner. I believe it was a 25 car up against the wall. We get past the halfway mark, and we finally find some more carnage. The first incident of the night for the race leader of the 47 car. He looks like he'll maintain the lead, but not by the big interval he once had. It was better than a lap. We'll have to see where it cycles back around to.
That's what it's nice about, to have that cushion there, that 47 of Edgar having that cushion, just able to, we're going to see as it cycles back around. I believe that allowed the 34 back here on the lead lap. He sat backwards there for a little bit and then made some more contact. I believe it was with Chris Torres in that number 99 machine, just barely clipping the front end of that car as they come back around to the start-finish line this time. We're going to see what's going to happen. It looks like 34, 13.81 seconds back. So we got a car back on the lead lap there, Phil.
Certainly not what Kyle wanted to see. Corey Boutwat now going to pull his way back to the lead lap, 13.8 seconds behind. Last time around, Raymond Dormer currently 3rd, Trevor Harmon 4th, Eric Tupper now 1 lap down running in 5th. And it just shows the race can change in a blink. You're out there with the lead, and that's what I said about Kyle being out there in traffic. You never know what lurks around the next corner. It found him there with Kyle Ramsey. Kyle making contact. The 47 car went around, broke off a big wreck in the next corner. It got the 26 of Brad Doss. The 25 of James Hackworth was around. I saw another car down. I believe it was Chris Torres, the number 99, had a piece of that. So carnage and mayhem past the halfway mark. Now 1 hour and 6 minutes into this main event. So we're about, 53 minutes left to go here in our Enduro 2-hour style. Race leader Kyle Edgar, Todd, 181 laps complete.
Man, what a torrid pace he is indeed putting on here. Is that 47 machine, and he's already starting to put the distance back between himself and that 34 machine. That's now up to, believe that is 14.850. So another second and a half he has put on that number 34 machine. So coming up on lapping him once again there, Phil, is number 47.
Sure is having a really good race, doing it at a really good pace. So we got a poke here from these guys, Todd. They want in-car interviews during the race. So I talked to the race leader. I'm going to let you take the next one. Who do you want to interview? Who's a conversation you want to have out there? Pick a driver. We'll drag him in here.
Well, Phil, let's talk to Eric Tupper.
All right, we'll dial up old Eric Tupper as well. Move through the team speak over here at Ram Racing, and we find our good buddy. Where is Mr. Tupper? There he is, way down here. We'll drag it around. We'll move him around down here. Or so I thought. Try that again. Oh, there we go. We get him into the conversation now. Todd, you chose Eric Tupper as our next interview, so take it away. Talk to the driver of the 89. Currently running in fourth, one lap down, is Eric Tupper.
Yeah, we got Eric Tupper on the radio as he's going around Irwindale Speedway. We're trying to do these in-car video interviews here and trying to get a hold of him. But Eric, a great race so far. You down one lap, but it seems like you're coming on strong towards the end of the run. Looks like you're a little bit different out of sequence there. You did have some contact here earlier in the race. May have not helped you in that number 89 machine. But tell us how the race has been going for you.
Well, just trying to maintain a solid line and get around this track as fast as I can. This isn't really my forte, being on asphalt. As you see, the number is 89, not 115. It's been that long since I've changed my number that I've been in a street stock on asphalt. So if that says anything about my driving background, but we're just trying to keep it in one piece and head to the front. We had the lead there for a couple laps, and then I had to pit, but maybe it'll come down to who's got the longest run at the end, and maybe we'll be there and put it in victory lane.
Yeah, definitely, Eric. Is like you said, we're so used to seeing you on the dirt side of things. We're seeing you in an Enduro style race here on the asphalt, and this is not my forte either. I'm not an asphalt driver. Always been a dirt driver. Always been a dirt announcer. This is where I get good background from Phil. But I tell you the difference here. Watching on the carnage, how hard is it to miss some of these wrecks out there? Is some of these are happening pretty fast in front of you, and you just have nowhere to go.
Oh yeah, you just
Todd, keep it going. I got to take a leak.
Mindful of what's happening in front of you, and you got to more aim these cars than drive them. They're usually right in a four-wheel drift the whole corner if you got it set right, where you're kind of sliding, so you kind of got to pick your line beforehand. But yeah, I'm having a blast. This like a whole lot of fun, and hope to do it next year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Eric Tupper, but I'm going to let him thank whoever we'd like to thank out there. If we don't get to see you here on the podium, we'd like to give you that opportunity to thank everybody here as the 2018 calendar year starts to wind down here on the East Coast. We only got 8 minutes left, but Eric, thank you. I'd like to thank here as of right now for getting you through this 2018 season.
Yeah, I got to thank you guys for being here and putting on the show for Ram, and thank Ram for organizing it and getting it together. And Matthew Hall does skins for us, and Har Motorsports. We got the 305s on Friday nights, but yeah, that's about it. Friends, family, kids.
All right, Eric, we know you have a newborn coming up too. Got to catch a glimpse of that one. Got to catch a glimpse of the reveal party that you had going on. I've had a couple here tonight too here on Full Velocity TV, but just got to watch that. So we know you have a newborn come up. But we'll let you get back to racing. We'll talk more about that later. But good luck out there, Eric.
Thank you very much.
User was moved out of.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Eric Chopper, and hopefully we can get up with Phil. Hopefully he didn't fall asleep here as we were interviewing Eric Chopper. As I know Phil's not feeling the greatest here this evening, and was able to join us here on Full Velocity TV to be the second guy on the mic. As I was looking for a guy that Phil's like, yeah, I guess I'm going to come out tonight and party with you here. It was earlier in the week. You got to announce that with me. So what better way to bring in the New Year's? We're down to 6 minutes here on the East Coast, Phil. Not sure where Phil is. Well, we'll have to wait and see if he does come back. As he may have wanted to go get one of those drinks that he did spill here. As we're watching through the field, is watching the number 47 machine has come down onto pit road there to fix his car. It is now the Corey number 34 machine out there in the lead. It looks like the 91 was around again. There, the number 91 of Kyle Ramsey. So these guys starting to slip slide around here at Irwindale. Looks like the 26 machine also around here involved in that one. Trying to see if we can see who else is involved. Number 99 machine looks like tires an issue on the number 91 of Kyle Ramsey. Ramsey just up against the wall, full velocity car and all. So Ramsey trying to get it back going, trying to stay out of the way. Doesn't want to cause any more carnage here at Irwindale. I believe he's going to have to use one of those quick repairs.
Or does he want to cause any more carnage out here? He had to make a work call here, so he started the event about 50 laps down. He's out there making laps, having fun. What do you say? Let's talk to the guy himself. Running out there in 15th. We've talked to the guys up front, racing around up there for a win. How about the guy with the best view back there? I call my blog the view from the back. Let's talk to the guy running in the back. Car number 91, Kyle Ramsey, 56 laps down. Kyle, so far, you're obviously not there racing for a win now. Out there making laps, having a good time. Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, man. That's what it's all about, just come out here and have some fun.
All right. So first of all, let me ask you about the car. 56 laps down, really not in contention to do anything, any kind of unforeseen things we may see in front of us. God only knows. But how's the race car so far treating you? It's been through a war, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. It's not handling the greatest. I unfortunately didn't get a whole lot of practice. As you guys mentioned, I had to quickly run out for a work deal. The settings for the server are a little bit different than what I had anticipated when I practiced with before. So, as these tires wear, it gets real slick. So I'm just fighting that. But, again, I came out here 55 laps down to start with. So we're just out here having fun.
Oh, and somebody just went flying through the opening of the wall. I'm not sure if we caught that there, Todd. I have to see if Jack go back and show that one. That was quite the wreck. But Kyle out there making laps. The 6th annual race here on New Year's Eve, this Enduro. For those like myself who I haven't called an Enduro race, and God, it's been close to 20 years since I've done one of these. Tell us what the history and tradition of this race and what it means to your league over here at Ram Racing.
Yeah, 6 years ago we started this on our factor. It was actually a figure 8 race on dirt. It was a pretty big dirt track that we ran it on. And then when we came over here to iRacing, the only figure 8 is the Irwindale figure 8. But unfortunately for the size and potential cars, it's just not suited, for what we were looking for. So we just decided to take it to the big track. But when we came up with this event 6 years ago, it's one of those of nobody does anything on New Year's Eve. When we were coming from our factor, and even now, I do know that this year there's a couple of people that are doing New Year's Day stuff, but nobody really races into New Year's. Which, hey, we got 3 minutes before Eastern time. It's gonna drop, but. So it just kind of gives everybody that, they maybe have kids, they don't go out, but they're looking for a race and fix and to hang out in kind of a more of a loose kind of setting. Because I mean, if you guys were in the chat with us, we're all laughing, shooting the stuff, and having a great time, and that's ultimately what it's all about.
It's all for fun and games here tonight, celebrating a party on New Year's Eve. I haven't done anything like this in my lifetime before. This has been a lot of fun to do. Kyle, thanks for having us aboard here tonight. And shoot, we still got little less than 45 minutes left of this thing. There could be a whole lot more chaos and carnage that ensues. So, good luck keeping that car clean and keep it straight. And God only knows, you may finish better than 15th if somebody used up all their quick repairs. Have a good time, and thanks again for having us aboard. This is a lot of fun to do.
Oh yeah, glad to have you guys, and look forward to a couple more special events we got planned in 2019.
Love it. Absolutely do. Kyle Ramsey, the guy in charge over here at Ram Racing, doing a great job putting this event together. And you put all the work together, Todd. You prepare to do the main event, and you get called into work. How many times have I done a show with you and it's like, don't give it to me, Phil. Don't talk to me. I'm on the phone. Kyle had to make the run out there. Comes back 50-plus laps down. Your chance of winning is obviously gone, but there's still a chance to come out here and have a little bit of fun with your buddies. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Work comes up as it clicked over and switched over to 12. So we're on January 1st, 2019, Phil. Another year in the books. Happy New Year to everybody out there watching here on Full Velocity TV, at least from the eastern side. I know the Midwest and everybody else has stuff going. The 29 and 91 make contact here on my screen. Kyle Ramsey, the 29 machine of, I do believe that is the Trevor Harmon machine. So happy New Year to everyone. And hopefully more good years to come here. Hopefully a good season to come here on Full Velocity TV. As we already took bookings here in 2019. We know we're in store for a good busy season, so hopefully we got some more bookings coming up here on Full Velocity TV. And great race going on, and great way to spend the new year here on Full Velocity TV.
Absolutely is. So I got to ask you, Todd. I was out here with family this afternoon, and we were reminiscing about some of the things that happened this year. Can you tell me your most memorable moment through 2018? What's going to stick with you here that's going to carry with you for a couple of years to come? What was your most memorable moment of 2018? Doesn't have to be on the racetrack. Doesn't be FTV related. It certainly can be, but you have something in the memory bank to share, maybe on and off the racetrack. What would it be?
Well, I don't know, Phil. To be honest with you, most memorable moments are there was a lot of good moments here in 2018 that I had, as far as whether it be related here family-wise, or been related to the racetrack, or even on Full Velocity TV. Had some great moments on Full Velocity TV. I mean, if I had to pick one of those, the best moment here on Full Velocity TV, I thought we had, besides maybe the Gobbler 100, I thought we were all on 100 cylinders there. We were 100% there. A-plus job. Was the best race of the season. I'm going to call it the best race of the season, and that was Hard Motorsports. They were 3 and 4 wide there for the lead, and that was over 3 or 4 laps. Even longer than 3 or 4 laps. I'm going to say 15 laps, Phil, it was. And I tell you, that's archived on Full Velocity TV. If nobody's watched that was probably, I'm going to coin it the best race of 2018. I don't think anything else had 2018 by storm. As 2019, that'll be something to shoot at. Maybe we're going to do some type of countdown here, Phil, but nobody was really going to compete with that here this season here on Full Velocity TV. That was probably the best moment here on Full Velocity TV, besides some of the other stuff that we had. Star donations, all the sponsors, all the fans. I guess that was some great moments here. Everybody out here at Full Velocity TV, bringing it back was a great moment too. When we come back to Full Velocity TV, the first time we came back, though, that was a great moment. I mean, just to share some of those. Personal life and work related, and there's a lot of great moments in those too. But I could keep you guys going on edge all night.
Well, that's certainly what we're doing as we continue to make laps here at Irwindale. Most memorable moments to me of 2018. I talked about it today with family, and personally, we had so many great ones. My oldest daughter got married, moved back east from Arizona back to home base here in Connecticut. That was great to have her back home after a couple of years away. My twin boys graduated high school. I mean, so many life moments here in 2018 for my family professionally. The coming back here with Full Velocity TV, bringing this almost back full circle, going out there and broadcasting leagues, exploding in iRacing dirt, going back to our roots, doing things like a couple of weeks ago, the memorial race over at ECT, a group that we did for so long over there. Was great to reconnect with those guys, coming back full circle. Just a few of the many, many things that I think are really special about 2018, and I can't wait to see where 2019 is going to take us, as there is a lot of great things to come here for Full Velocity TV, and we're going to be here for what is going to be a wild ride here, as we've eclipsed an hour and 22 minutes here in our event here this evening. So 38 minutes left here in Enduro racing at the Irwindale Speedway. New race leader has emerged. Carter 89 of Eric Tupper leads Kyle Edger now by 2.2 seconds. Alex Bridger currently running third, 6.4 seconds back. 1 lap down, we find Carter 23 of Joe Halsey. Corey Boutois, he is currently fifth, 1 lap down. Sixth, we find Raymond Dormer. He is 2 laps down. 3 laps down in seventh, we find our buddy Ron Piles. Trevor Harmon, a guy who was up there contending for the lead, he now finds himself 8th spot, 4 laps down. Running in 9th will be Brad Dawson, Carter 26. He is 6 laps down. 7 laps down, running 10th is Jared Burbers, number 37. James Hackworth, he is running in the 11th position. He is 9 laps down. Also 9 laps down is Clinton Nichols aboard car 43. Chris Torres, number 99. He is 13th. He is 13 laps down. Kyle Voringer, he is 14th. Their pole sitter tonight. He's now 20 laps down, running 14th. And running at your field, Carver 91. Kyle Ramsey, 62 laps down. So a little plus 35 minutes here to go here at Full Velocity TV. Welcome to the show. Welcome to 2019, guys. Happy New Year. Thrilled to ring it in with you guys. Couldn't think of a better way to bring it in here on a quiet night in the home base. The kids are all out partying. The wife's out at work. Why not come out here and do a show live on Full Velocity TV? And right now, nobody doing it better than Eric Tupper and Kyle Edger. They have run most of this race up front. 47 car starting to run down the 89. He's closed it down to 1.4 seconds. We may see an actual race for the lead here, Todd, within laps.
That'll be the first actual race for the lead that we've seen pretty much since the beginning portion of things. As it looks like another wreck involving some of these other gentlemen there towards the middle portion. It would look like the 91 involved again. So, somebody's up on his lid. It's the 43 machine. He is turtling it here on Full Velocity TV, and that would be the 43 machine of Clinton Nichols. Man, he was up on his lid, Phil, just sitting there.
Wonder what he's thinking. Being on the lid, we've seen him, in suit of the cartage. And as Todd says, the guy that was quite the character here as we waited out this rain delay tonight. Let's see if we can't talk to driver of car number 43. That, of course, Clinton Nichols. Clinton, Phil LaCassa, Full Velocity TV, my friend. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, first of all, let me ask you. We just saw the car upside down. That's an awesome-looking Pepsi scheme. Well, it was to start the night anyways. First of all, is it dry within the race car? I mean, if you got Pepsi in there, that car was upside down. It may look like fireworks of the 4th of July in there. How you doing? All sticky or all dry?
Oh, we're getting there. It's definitely been something these last little hour and a bit.
All right, so let me ask you now. Your car was upside down, so obviously you've had to come to pit road again, making another quick repair. Currently running, 13th, 14 laps down. What's your thinking here through the next 35 minutes of this race? Obviously, we're in survival mode. We're all in survival mode right now, but what is the strategy for that 43 car through these closing 30 minutes?
Had a strategy to begin with. Never really got to attempt it after that first wreck. That's behind the 8 ball, and now it's just kind of logging laps, seeing where we end up, and enjoying the New Year's with all these guys at Ram.
Certainly are, and Happy New Year to all the guys at Ram. Good to have these guys all aboard. And you talk about, you had the strategy right away, and it goes up in smoke. It makes you kind of chase your tail through the entire part of this event. What's it been like out there racing these guys in traffic? You've been involved in a couple of incidents out there. It's good old-fashioned racing, but it's an enduro. It's kind of a lighthearted, kind of fun race. How much laughing you done out there?
Yeah, we've been having a good time in the chat. Being one of the only Canucks in here, they enjoy making fun of me for that. But yeah, we're having a good time celebrating New Year's. It's been nice to hear everybody, talk to everybody.
Well, and yes, they do celebrate New Year's in Canada too at the same time as we do. So for our neighbors to the north, great to have you guys aboard. Happy New Year, Clinton, and have fun out there. Still running 13th, 16 laps down. It's been an up and down kind of night for you. Have some fun the last 30 minutes there, bud. Thanks for taking a couple minutes with us.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year to all you guys.
All right, Carver 43, Clinton Nichols running out there. Saw the Pepsi can there, Todd, upside down. I know we've had the beer upside down here. Gonna have to take a shower after this is all done because the wife is certainly not gonna like to smell the living room. So may have to start my 2019 doing some housework when this is done. But nonetheless, we're still making laps. We're an hour and 27 minutes in, so about 32 plus minutes to go. And Kyle Edgar now has a 2-lap advantage over the field.
Yeah, he's putting on the pace. His Chopper on a different strategy there, the number 89 machine, and just trying to stretch his fuel out just a little bit. And is that going to work for him? We're going to have to wait and see. Is watching Edgar and that number 47 machine just set a torrid pace, and watching through the field, just watching these guys make slight contact with one another. We've seen them going around. We've seen them sideways. We've seen them up into the wall riding like EA Sports. We've seen them down in the infield mowing the grass. We've seen them all over the place. These guys just putting on one whale of a show as far as wrecking and just having fun. And we're not a part of their live chat, but I know they were having fun even before this race. The 43 of Clinton Nichols now mowing the yard as he's seen some high spots there. So Nichols down on pit road, down before pit road there at the exit, just mowing the grass.
Oh, a Canadian mowing a lawn. I wouldn't have ever put it to the guys up north to have to appoint to do that, but lawn service tonight, courtesy of Carver 43, Clinton Nichols is we're 1 hour and 28 minutes in. We've seen the race leader come to pit road, surrender that 2-lap advantage. Kyle comes out with the race lead. Corey Boudoir currently running second in Carver 34. Eric Tupper is third. The last driver on the lead lap. Fourth is Alex Bridger and Raymond Dora around at your top 5. So these guys still all in contention to win this thing, but 30 plus minutes to go. And the unknown unpredictability here of an enduro type of race is we have guys out there with tore up cars, more than 10 laps down. You realistically said guys that are within 2 laps here, all the way back to 6th place running Joe Hauser. You got to think, Todd, we're all within realistically in striking distance. There's a problem up front. I think anybody within 2 laps right now could possibly win this thing in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle's just got to keep his nose clean. He's got to be able to stay on the lead lap. He's got to be able to stay on the wall, stay out of that lap traffic where they've been spinning out, and he should be able to win this thing. But right now, he has one other car left on the lead lap. The rest of them are right now behind him a lap or more, 2 laps back, all the way to 6th there, Phil. So I do believe that those guys could come back at any given time and win this one.
All right, so while we're racing, while we're here watching, I'm watching the 47 car stuck in traffic. He's got the 88 of Piles. He's around the 91 of Kyle Ramsey there. So Kyle having to delicately work his way through lap traffic once again. But we talked about the best moments we had in 2018, Todd. How about personally, professionally, most embarrassing moment of 2018?
I don't know. Man, you're making me think real hard tonight. Most embarrassing moment of 2018. Let me think on that one a little bit.
All right, I'm going to let you chew on that one. We'll come back and revisit that one. So while you're chewing on that one, I'm looking for storylines here as we're 90 minutes into a 2-hour race. It's a fun race. It's an enduro race. There's really not much to call as far as position battles on the racetrack. Everybody's kind of on their own thing. So let's see. Trying to move along with the conversation. We've seen Eric Tupper fall off the lead lap. Corey Boudoir's come to pit road. So Kyle Edgar, once again, going to have at least a lap or better on the field. So he just may be out there coasting here as we have a big wreck. Somebody on the roof there, Todd. We have another roof surfer here in Irwindale. We're hanging 10 out here. We're in California. It's all about hanging 10 out here surfing, but I don't know if you want to hang 10 and be on your roof in a race car. Not a good feeling. I think it's something you've also done before.
No, definitely not a good feeling. The 99 of Chris Torres involved in that one. I'm not sure who the other car was there, Phil, but those cars tore up as they hit the wall rather hard. I believe it was the number 25 machine. So these guys, it looks like smoke up in front of these guys. I'm not sure. In front of the 91 of Ramsey. Not sure who that was, Phil, but heavy, heavy smoke coming out of I believe it was a red car.
37 car was involved there. That went around Jared Burba. The 44 car of Raymond Dorber went around as well. He was up in the top 5. So carnage, chaos, and stuff ensued. But Todd, I think by help of some of our buddies out there in Facebook Live chat, our buddy Justin Glenhill, I think, just hit the lotto. Most embarrassing moment, Todd, of 2018 is...
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Justin Glenhill. That was probably the most embarrassing moment here on Full Velocity TV. Did you know that there was a state of Los Angeles, Phil? I did say that here on Full Velocity TV, the state of Los Angeles. I didn't know there was another state, but yeah, I have to agree. That was probably the most embarrassing moment here on Full Velocity TV for me.
The state of Los Angeles. I forget. I know it was during a DWR show. We were introducing guys, and it was Justin Glenhill that, comes from the great state of Louisiana. LA means Louisiana abbreviation. Todd must have missed that one. Todd, how high did that grade school education go for you?
Well, I tell you, I was really, really good in social studies, and I was really good at economics. I was really good at math. The odd one was I was really good at social studies, Phil, and I could not even get the abbreviation right for Louisiana. I said Los Angeles, and I may have had one too many drinks that night. Who knows? I mean, it's just like I thought snow was supposed to be fluffy. I mean, that was a moment a couple years ago, but it's just one of those things that just come out on air. You're looking at something, and you go as quick as you can go, and you're trying to get through it, and Los Angeles, the state of Los Angeles, we'll go down in history as probably one of the most embarrassing moments here on Full Velocity TV for this year. I've had some other ones.
Well, maybe they can make Los Angeles its own state, as California is probably one of those places that probably needs to secede from the Union. Their sanctuary cities and whatnot. We're not going to bring that into the mix out here as we're past the midnight hour. It's 2019. Phil and Todd are up here having some fun. The drinks have been brewing and whatnot. So Lord knows what we can say from here is we're, an hour and 34 minutes in here. So getting to the last 25 minutes or so, Kyle Edgar, your current race leader in car number 47, 1 lap better than number 89 of Eric Tupper. 2 laps down, we find Alex Bridger, Raymond Dormer, Joe Halsey, your current top 5, all 2 laps down. Corey Boutois is now 5 laps down, running in the 6th spot. So Corey's hopes of winning this race may have gone up in smoke as just as 2018 has gone off in a big way. We started the night here live at the Irwindale Speedway. Enduro racing, the 6th annual Enduro for the guys over at Ram Racing. As we've clicked into 2019, the checkered flag is in sight. Maybe the checkered flag of the night. It's just going to be the start of what is going to be an unbelievable 2019 for Full Velocity TV. A lot of great things to come. And thanks to all you guys out there who have stuck with us tonight, watching here, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. A good party night. No, the viewership's not very high, but for all of you that have come in and stuck with us and engaged in the conversation, you guys are the reason this makes this happen. Thanks for being part of the show. I know Todd and myself, we thoroughly appreciate all the support we get.
Yeah, definitely. The support of the fans. We wouldn't be here without you guys, and we appreciate everybody liking and sharing the posts and everything we do here at Full Velocity TV. Make sure you do share the Full Velocity TV brand out there, and we'd like to see it out there as much as we can. Share it as much as you can. Get your friends to like it and come aboard. And we are expanding. We are looking for announcers. We are looking for other people that want to be involved in our brand, the Full Velocity TV brand that Phil and I have built for a very long time. We've had some other partners that have built it with us too along the way, and fantastic announcers along the way too. Phil, these guys put on an amazing show here. It may not seem like it's an amazing show, but it has been a great show here. Enduro style racing here on Full Velocity TV. A lot of you guys have been spitting out 91. I've seen spit out a lot. Kyle Ramsey, man, he's just no practice. That really does hurt you if you're not used to a track, not used to the settings. It really does hurt you. But Phil, I know you've had an embarrassing moment for me for 2018. We're going to say broadcasting wise, embarrassing moment. Anything on sim racing embarrassing here this in 2018? You also got to come to the bat here for that one.
Most embarrassing moment of 2018 for me. Ugh. Professionally, well, Lord only knows. I mean, we've slaughtered some names. I think the best one here is probably a night, probably over at Har, where we're doing heat racing action and we don't have a clue what lap it is, and I'm calling a race like it's the checkered flag, and then they come around and they're still racing. And then I've called the race for off turn number 4. You know, here they come. They have 2 to go, and they get into turn number 1. They all wreck, and I'm calling the action like, oh, my God, huge wreck, and no, they took the checker. So may not be too much of a ha-ha or put your head in your hands, but embarrassing moments, uninformed announcers not knowing a damn thing what's going on. In my world, just another normal night of Full Velocity TV.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's another normal night here. As Phil, we're just looking at things that go awry. It's one of those things that as we're trying to figure out what's going on, and sometimes we're not informed like we should be. But you know that's not everybody's fault there, Phil. I mean, it just happens. Wow. Kyle Ramsey up in the air, and that's a spectacular move. Number 1, 2019. He had a pilot license, and I think the FDA just grounded him.
Okay, well, the FDA may ground him. Is they going to ground him into beef or some pork or some chicken? Because where I come from, Todd, the FDA means food. I think you mean the FAA, as far as our Federal Aviation Administration.
I'm glad you caught that, because that's what I was trying to do, is trying to make it an embarrassing moment 2019 so I can get it over with.
All right, well, poor Kyle Ramsey being made into ground beef up here to start 2019 as we just pledged cannibalism here live on Full Velocity TV. And I don't know, Todd, 2018, we called out some streamer out there doing some weird things. We're talking about grinding guys up into beef and cannibalism. We may have the feds at our door in the morning, too, so maybe it's best to stay quiet and, keep it string here. As we're working now on 1 hour and 40 minutes here, so 20 minutes going to be left to go here in our Enduro for Ram Racing, and the story tonight has been all Carver 47. Kyle Egger has led the majority of this race, 272 laps. He has logged, that's dizzy thinking about 270 anything. 272 laps, still 20 minutes left to go, and better for him. He has a 1+ lap lead over Carver 89 of Eric Tupper. Good run tonight for the 23 car of Joe Housey. He's 3 laps down, currently running 3rd, so 3 laps down, maybe a stretch to win the race from here. Going to have to bank on the 47 car having some issues. We see the 47, Todd. He's been around and involved in a wreck once or twice, but probably the cleanest. That car is probably cleaner than anybody else's out there all night long, which will certainly give him that big advantage that he's worked up to.
Yeah, definitely the cleanest car out there. Yeah, he was involved in kind of a slow spin, and that's what happened to the 47 machine. I mean, there was a ton of contact. He did have to use one of his quick repairs here, so he's still got 7 left. And we're coming up on 20 minutes to go here at Irwindale Speedway in this Enduro racing. Look at this, Phil. 275 laps have been completed here in just over the time span of just over an hour and a half, and that's just telling you how fast these guys are coming around this track. And even though they have to come down and pit, it's just, it's just amazing. I would be already tired here just trying to, the 47 gets a wee bit loose here coming out the corner, but I'd be getting tired.
Oh, I'm sure they're tired. I'm tired. Sure, you're tired. Everybody's out there tired. Everybody wearily dragging in the new year of 2019. It comes in kicking and screaming here. And We're going to do that over the next 20 minutes as we get this race to its conclusion with car number 47 of Kyle Egger leading the race. But they made the call for more in-race interviews, Todd. So who do you want to dial up next? Who do you want to talk to? I like it. Let's get Mr. Piles, our buddy Ron, running out there currently. Oh, where the heck is he? 13 laps down, running in 10th. This should be a really good story. As guys out there turning laps. Car number 88 comes out here in a tricky number. He's on the pavement, which is a little bit different than we're used to seeing him in. But we bring our buddy Ron Piles into the conversation. First of all, Piles, the most pressing question of the day. Did you get any sleep?
You want the truth, or you want me to tell you a fib?
No, we want the truth. It's already well documented. 5:30 this morning rolls around. My jury butt gets out of bed, and the first thing I see is Ron Piles just went live on Facebook playing PUBG, and sure enough, you're out there playing PUBG at 5 o'clock in the morning. How long did you game? Did we go to bed today?
Oh, maybe about 45 minutes.
All right, so this rolls right into the conversation then, as we're here, Enduro racing, a little bit drunk and delirious. Both guys up here a little drunk and delirious. You're probably a little overtired delirious and maybe a liquid courage in there, who knows. But Pio, so far, how's the night going? This is a completely different circumstance than I think we've ever seen you in before. How's the night? How's the car? Are you having fun?
Oh, having a blast. Sent Kyle for a ride maybe about 3 or 4 minutes ago. About 6 minutes in. I just came out of the corner and he was like, he was just sitting there. I was sitting for a ride. Not on purpose. He was just in a bad spot. Enjoying this. Actually, I won the bubble what my goal is tonight, sitting here in the top 10. Quite a few laps down. Something y'all didn't notice. I caught myself with the speeding penalty, but other than that, we're doing all right.
Well, there's a lot to keep up with here. So 2 hack job announcers that are, I know Todd's got to be the 6-pack in by now. I'm think I'm on beverage number 2. I'm usually the registered nurse of the crew anyways. We're doing that here as I want to avoid the headache in the morning at all costs, especially having the wife, having to come home from work in the morning. Don't want to see the litter of what I could just lay around the desk here. But Piles, great to see you out here tonight. Having a great time. For everybody out there who didn't see it, how'd the PUBG go this morning?
Oh, it was a bit testy, but it was fun. I mean, when you're where I am and you're having fun, it's just I was trying to complete some missions. It was a blast, but I'd still rather be on the track. I just go out there and shoot and relieve myself a little bit. But we had a chicken dinner last night, so hopefully I've seen Eric was leading this, so maybe he'll bring home chicken dinner for us tonight at Hard Motorsports with the 2018 New Year ringing in here. First one of 2019, seeing Elmo Hardy on the East Coast, and Happy New Year to you guys at Full Velocity.
Happy New Year to you, brother. This is a lot of fun. Maybe Tupper can bring home a chicken dinner for the guys at Hara. Piles, thanks for being a good sport as always, my friend. I know we're going to see a lot of you here soon in the next couple of weeks as well. So great job. Cool to see you part of the event here tonight. And get some sleep, dude. You got to be exhausted.
Yeah, I gotta pass out from drinking this beer first, but anyway, we'll see you guys on Friday night after this event.
All right.
Talk to Eric in a little bit.
That's exactly right. We'll do that for sure. We'll see Ron here and all the guys over at HAR 305 Sprint Car Series Racing coming up on Friday night. Ron Piles from HAR Motorsports out there running in the Ram Enduro this evening, having a good time, and I had to love on him, Todd. 5 o'clock in the morning PUBGing. I know we've all, been out there long enough playing that game wee hours in the morning, but to start playing at 5 a.m., get a job.
I can't say much, Phil. I played that game till 6:30. Yeah, right up to work. Pretty much, I've done that. I've played PUBG. It's fantastic to watch, making more contact out to the 20 and the 34. But it's a fun game, especially you're trying to get your aggression out, and it's interesting playing with people that don't talk the English language too. It's rather interesting to try to talk to them.
Been there enough times watching you guys play that silly game and running away from people and blowing each other up. And we even got our buddy Jack out here the night you and Jack, blew each other up in the Jeep. Probably goes down one of the better moments of 2018 as far as humor goes. And we reminisce on that here tonight as we bring in the new year 2019. Great to have you all aboard here live on Full Velocity TV. We have been here for the last hour and 46 minutes with this race. Down within the last 15 minutes, we've just seen Kyle Edgar come to pit road, which you got to think is his final pit stop of the night. So as long as that car stays clean, he's got 292 laps under the belt in that car. Under 15 minutes left to go, 1 lap advantage. If you're the 47 there, Todd, if you're knowing this checkered flag is in sight, what are you doing?
Keeping my nose clean, staying on the same strategy I have had all evening long. I don't want to change it. I just want to keep my nose clean and make sure I don't wreck.
What if you see cars up ahead of you? Are you going to roll the throttle and just ride till you get a whole lap advantage? If you've made your last stop, no sense getting tore up in carnage right now. Is that right?
There's no sense getting tore up carnage. The only time you start seeing me pass, if you see him double file, I'll roll out the throttle. Let them guys race. Once they get single file, it's easier to pick your way through. Double file, you're just asking for something bad to happen, and I've had it happen multiple times where I've tried to go down below, tried to go up the middle, tried to go high of lap cars, and they destroy you.
Well, they do. We still got a whole lot more time, or a lap car can certainly be a destroyer here. Full Velocity TV here. Ram Series Enduro, 1 hour and 47 and change in. So just outside of 12 minutes left to go. It is Kyle Edgar, your race leader. A 1 lap plus advantage over Eric Tupper. Alex Bridger currently running third. 3 laps down, or 2 laps down rather. 3 laps down, we find a pair of cars with the number 23 of Joel Housey. The number 44 car of Raymond Dormer running 4th and 5th. 3 laps down. Running in 6th spot, we find 6 laps down, Carver 34 of Corey Boudoir. Brad Doss is running 7th. He is also 6 laps down, as is Trevor Harmon's number 29. 3 cars, all 6 laps down, running 6th to 8th. You drop another 6 laps, we find our buddy Piles, who was out there just wreaking a little bit of carnage here about a lap or so ago. Piles out there 12 laps down, running 9th. James Hackworth, he is running 10th. He is 14 laps down. 15th down, 15 laps behind. You find Carver 99 of Chris Torres. He is 11th. Running 12th is the 43 of Clinton Nichols. He is 16 laps to the rear. 17 laps behind, we find Carver 37 of Jared Burba. The number 23 of Kyle Vollringer. He is 14th. And running 15th, the number 91 of Kyle Ramsey. Kyle 73 laps down. So he's lost about 20 plus laps since he made his maiden voyage out here from a work call a little while ago. So there's 15 cars who started this race here, an hour and 49 minutes ago. 11 minutes remaining, getting down to the precious laps. Our race leader, Kyle Edgar, he has just, Todd, completed lap number 300. What a pace he has turned here tonight here in Irwindale.
Yeah, definitely a pace that I don't think anybody can touch here this evening. Is even though Tupper still 1 lap down, and Kyle Edgar came down onto pit road to do what he had to do. So, not sure what Tupper's going to have to do to catch him. I mean, he's got to first unlap himself, then he's going to have to try to catch him, and there's definitely not a lot of time. We're coming up on the 12-minute mark here. We're about 13:26, so we still got a little bit before we hit that 12-minute mark, but it is starting to wind down here, Phil, and Irwindale Speedway Enduro race here for the Ram Series guys, and it's been a fantastic event. Been able to sit and talk to some of these guys live on the radio as they're turning around there, Phil.
And talk about the quick turnaround we got. We are here 12:30 on the Eastern Time Zone, January 1st, 2019. We're down to the conclusions here of our Enduro race, but we still got one more big event on the docket in this calendar day, Todd. Why don't you tell us about that great event, the New Year's Day Bash we got going on later on this evening?
Yeah, definitely the New Year's Day Bash is going to be at Eldora Speedway here later, so stay tuned. It's already up on Facebook. It's already up on YouTube. All the links are live and it'll be live. I believe it's right around 9 Eastern time. It might be a little earlier there, Phil. I might be wrong because I know they did pick Central time. I believe it's 9 Eastern time. We're going to go live for the New Year's Day Bash there, and it's going to be a fantastic event there for the street stocks over on the dirt side of Eldora. So cannot wait to see those guys. I know they had about 9 entries left, somewhere around 9 entries last time I seen them post. So the Third Rock Racing League going to put on that event, and I think it's going to be awesome too. The New Year's Bash. Cannot wait to see that happen either.
Yeah, just like we did here at Ram tonight for the first time for Full Velocity TV, over to the Third Rock Racing League. Tomorrow night, New Year's Bash, Eldora Speedway, Dirt Street Stock Racing, I believe, as Todd said, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here, and hopefully with a little bit more sleep. Hopefully no hangovers aside, knock on wood. Probably a full day of sleep. I don't know. I think, Todd, you got a day off tomorrow. Well, give or take, what time are you getting out of bed?
Well, we'll have to see. Sometimes the kids dictate that. Sometimes the wife dictates it. It'll probably be a later night. It may not be me sleeping. I might just lay there, even with my eyes not closed. I know I will see the back of my eyelids here in a little bit because I'm starting to turn into a pumpkin myself, as Jack would say. I'm starting to turn into a pumpkin. This is starting to get past my bedtime now, Phil.
I've been past my bedtime for a couple hours now. It took me a nap to even get back out here to Irwindale tonight, as I was passed out in 2 or 3 different junctures here as early mornings here in the Lacasse house as we take you through the final minutes of our Enduro here tonight in Irwindale. 1 hour and 53 minutes to the board. So you got to be thinking here probably about another 8 or 9 laps for our race leader, Kyle Edgar's number 47 car, just completing lap number 310. Amazing to think the amount of laps he has turned here tonight in an Enduro. That is absolutely insane. Kyle Edgar out there with the lead, a 1 lap plus advantage over the number 89 of Eric Tupper. Eric, definitely not his forte, a dirt track racer out here sliding on the pavement, Enduro style. He is running second. Alex Bridgers had a great run, currently third. He's a lone car 2 laps down, so looks like those may be, as we set currently, anything for unforeseen happening about 6 minutes from now, Todd. Those may be the 3 guys we talked to on the post-race show. This one has been a lot of fun. Not a lot of racing action. I don't think we anticipated calling an actual race here tonight. It's an Enduro. You got to tell stories. You got to get through the race. You got to show the carnage, the mayhem, the mishaps, follow stories. But it's a race within a race. It's a different style of race. I hope we did this one justice. This was a lot of fun to do. It was a unique event. I'm glad we were a part of it. Enduro racing is fun. I'd like to see this done. Say we do this on dirt. Imagine you say 40 cars at Kokomo on an event like this. You want to talk about carnage? I think that could be fun.
Oh, man, that would be fun. What about the Chili Bowl, Phil? The Chili Bowl. 40 cars at the Chili Bowl. Can you fit 40 cars at the Chili Bowl?
All right, well, we're going to put the call out now to our Full Velocity radio partner, Mr. Jake Keel. Jake, if you're out there listening, anywhere out there at all, Jake's probably passed out. Guys, got to be 3 sheets to the wind here a long time ago. I'm going to put it all. I'll put the best out afterward. Jake Keel, you're out there watching. Organize the Chili Bowl Enduro. Let's do it drunk and delirious style right here live on Full Velocity TV. That would be a lot of fun. Fill the field in the Chili Bowl. Give them 6 quick repairs. Make it an hour-long race. I think there'd be more tears and laughter in that one than anything I could even imagine. So we're having a little bit of fun here as we get down to the waning moments here. 5 minutes left on the clock. 5 more minutes for car number 47 to log laps.
Yeah,
I believe I just saw a minute 55 or an hour 55 go to the clock. So I don't know, Ty. It's late in the going. The guys are getting a little bit fuzzy. I see an hour 55 out there in 2 minutes. My math is right. We're under 5 minutes left to go.
Well, you may have 5 minutes on that clock, but on the official clock, we have 7 minutes, 58 seconds to go here. So that clock also includes practice time there, Phil. So that's why, indeed, it looks a little bit different as we got 7.5 minutes left of racing here. So this is starting to get to the nitty-gritty. Who's it going to be here for the first time on Full Velocity TV in 2019? And nobody else can say that, Phil. here is I'm going to be the first winner of 2019, and it looks like one of these guys is going to be able to hoist that trophy here on Full Velocity TV and be the first winner of 2019.
I want to know where you guys are seeing this countdown clock at, because I'm completely confused now. As I don't know how much longer we're going to be here, so I'm going to go on strike. I'll look. The clock I see in front of me says an hour and 56. That means less than 4 minutes. That's probably about another 6 to 8 laps that Kyle Egger can make. He's run a different line here these last couple of laps here, Todd. He's been down almost to the apron. He's not even approaching the racetrack. I think he knows. Just stay the heck out of harm's way. Make the short way around. He's letting the guys go up high and pass. Look at that 47 car all the way down below the apron. Let these guys race around me. Kyle Egger, that's a strategy to move right there. Let him go. He lets Clinton Nichols go by. He'll let Eric Tupper go by, unlap himself. They make a little cut. Then around he goes. The race leaders around for the last 5 minutes with a lap advantage. Kyle Egger to the inside wall.
And he's already righted, though, in that number 47 machine, able to get himself in the right direction. But, man, the 47 going around of Kyle Edgar, and, man, they lost some time there. Remember, Eric Tupper was able to get around and get his lap back to the number 47, now still running the bottom side there. But it looks like he's a little bit off the pace.
Well, we'll see what the interval is, as Tupper did unlap himself, so we'll see how much time did he gain. Next time to the start-finish line as they hit, it looks like it was an even 21 seconds. Does Tupper even, put that down a little bit further off of turn number 4? Race leader here, start-finish line, 15 seconds now the advantage. So what was a lap better, it's now on the same lap. Kyle may have to be a little bit on his game in these last 2.5, 3 minutes. He can't afford another spin, because what was a coast toward a race win may go up in smoke, and he may lose a win here in the closing laps. That would probably irritate the crap out of me.
Yeah, definitely not sure what's going on, Phil. My telemetry seems to be messed up. Mine says 5 minutes left, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Is now I got nothing coming up here on the screen, but the 47 machine running over the bottom side here. He's got 317 laps complete is what my telemetry is saying, but it's now malfunctioning. So now we got 319 out there. So, yeah, man, it's a little bit behind, Phil. It's starting to feel the effects of 2019. It's a 29 around in front of the leader. I thought that was going to be worse there for the number 47 of Kyle Edgar.
Yeah, 29 car of Trevor Harmon went around right in front of the leader. So far, so good. As looks like now is I think we're going to put next time around an hour and 59 minutes here into the elapsed time in the server. So it's a 2-hour time limit. I'm going to be assuming we're going to see white flag come out to the field. There's a 47 car locked out there in traffic again. Almost goes around. I don't even want to run that pace. I don't want to stay with these guys. Get back there, clear, Kyle. Take this thing home. Don't tear that race car up in these closing laps.
He said this will be the first time I've ever seen or anything that's going on out on the track, and see how this is going to end. Do they throw the white flag here in this Enduro type of racing? Is the 47 just running the bottom there, giving up a lot of time as Eric Tupper reeling them in there? So then that number 89 machine, is he going to have enough time, though? Here it's saying 10 laps to go here, Phil. So we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. It's now my time and score is just all messed up. It was time, now it's just 10.
I'm as confused as anybody out there. I'm a little bit tipsy. I'm a little bit delirious, a little bit overtired. I do not have a clue what is going on. The beat goes on. Full Velocity TV here. Past the midnight hour, approaching the 1 a.m. hour. We're approaching the witching hour here. Checkered flag going to come out to this field here for the Ram Series 6th Annual Enduro. Tonight at the Irwindale Speedway. Kyle Edgar leading the field off of turn number 4. Him and Eric Tupper, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. I got to believe this one has got to be done. We now are past the 2-hour mark. You got to think eventually you're going to see white flag come out to the field, probably another lap or 2 around. Kyle Edgar just completed lap 330. That is amazing.
Yeah, 330, and we're still watching these guys putting up the laps as they're still 2 minutes and 51 seconds left here before we get to the end of this one. The 47 of Kyle Edgar, Eric Tupper, and Alex Bridger. Those guys are your top 3 as they're running right now. Looks like Raymond Dormer going to move up into that 4th spot. So the laps are starting to click off. The time is starting to click off. The 47 Kyle Egner, he's got about a 7-second advantage.
And the calls are made. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left from the race server here. So you got to think in about 21 seconds a lap, 2 minutes, probably say about another 5 laps. So you possibly can have the 47 car amassing about 337 laps around here at Irwindale. That is a great night of racing. You know, a half-mile racetrack, 330 plus laps. I mean, they've driven, Todd, close to 150 miles here at Irwindale. That is a hell of a ride for the 47, but he's starting to lose some time. Eric Tupper has cut that advantage down to 4.9 seconds. Does Eric have enough time to run down the race leader?
I don't know, Phil. This 2 minutes, a minute and 30 seconds left here to get the checkered flag here at Irwindale Speedway. Who's going to be the 47 now? Drifts up the track. Looks like contacting himself in the 34 machine. Now he's back up on the track trying to log some laps. As Eric Tupper's coming here. That number 89 machine is the 34 throwing a block here on the 47. Here comes Eric Tupper into the frame. We're about a minute away there, Phil, from this checkered flag. And look at Eric Tupper. He's coming like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, we got a race to the win happening here in the closing laps. You see Kyle Egger to the low side here. Eric Tupper in the number 89. He is there. Do car 89s actually win races? I haven't seen that in a long time. We have a race for the lead off of turn number 4, the 47 low. Here comes Eric Tupper. He takes the lead in the turn 3.
Yeah, I believe that 47 may be out of fuel or something going amiss on the 47 machine. Eric Tupper going to take over the lead, and it looks like Kyle Egner is out of fuel in that 47 machine there, Phil, as he's coming down to pit road to the aid of his pit crew. Maybe that's why he was trying to run the bottom, trying to get the most fuel out, as we got 20 seconds remaining here at Irwindale Speedway. The Ram Series Enduro race here, the 6th annual Ram Series Enduro race here for New Year's Eve bash.
Man, what about a turnabout of events here for the 47 Kyle Egger, who had a lot better on the field, runs out of fuel, just racing for the lead here in the closing moments, the closing seconds. Eric Tupper now your race leader with a 10-second advantage over Kyle Egger on pit road. Alex Bridger is 3rd. He is on the lead lap. 4th, we find Joel Housey, and 5th is Raymond Dormer. But the story right now in Irwindale is car number 89, Eric Tupper, maybe within 1 lap of winning here. 340 laps made by car number 89. He may be glancing and coasting to a race win here tonight in our Enduro.
Yeah, it looks like Eric Tupper going to take down the win. I believe this is going to be their final lap here. Get out of shape at 360s here for all as he backs it across the start finish line here as he picks up the win here on Full Velocity TV. The very first winner of 2019 is going to go on to Eric Tupper, and he's going to have that nostalgic here the whole season, Phil. Eric Tupper, 2019 first season winner here at Full Velocity TV.
Eric Tupper somehow, some way survives the carnage and the mayhem and ends up in victory lane here. The first time in 2019, the winner on Full Velocity TV is going to be Eric Tupper. Alex Bridger going to be in for 2nd. Kyle Egger 3rd. Joe Housey 4th. Raymond Dormer, your top 5. This is going to be a lot of fun there, Todd. We're gonna throw this thing straight to victory lane, approaching the 1 o'clock hour. We will talk to our race winner, Eric Tupper, who has to be absolutely elated to win this race here. Also, we'll talk to 2nd place running Alex Bridger and to Kyle Egger as well. So what we'll do is we'll get these guys screened out. I'll throw it to Todd first. Let Todd talk to Kyle Egger. Maybe let Todd talk to Alex Bridger, and I'll run down to victory lane and talk to Mr. Eric Tupper as we'll do a little bit of role reversal here tonight. So we screen out our top 3. Try to move these guys around and see if we can put them somewhere where they can actually. All right, we're going to throw it to Todd first. Todd, take it away. You got our third place finisher, Kyle Egger, number 47, who led the majority of this race, somehow ends up with a third place finish. Todd, take it away. You got to be the very frustrated race car driver.
Down here with third place finisher Kyle Edgar, after leading a lot of laps here tonight, Kyle, did you just run out of field towards the end of that one? It looked like you were trying to save down at the bottom. It just looked like you didn't have enough.
Yeah, the last pit stop I left. I left the box a bit early and missed a few laps of fuel, but that's all I needed. But I led more than half this race, 3/4 of this race, so I'm not disappointed. It is what it is. But congrats to Eric. And I just wish there wasn't a few morons in this field here trying to slow me down there towards the end. He knows who he is, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it definitely is what it is here in 2019, and finishing up third, podium finish here on Full Velocity TV. You knew you were the strongest car here tonight, Kyle. As you led the majority of the laps, except for a couple of laps here tonight, and had a strong car. I know you're pretty disappointed here with a third place finish, but able to get a podium finish here into the new year. It's a great way to start out this 2019 season.
Yeah, it's a good way to start it. I don't know how much I'm gonna race this year. Just play it by ear, I guess. Do a few online races, but I don't know what I'm gonna do this year. Probably play back a little bit, do some of the big races, Chili Bowl, Snowball, things like that. But like I said, it is what it is. Had the strongest car for sure, but ran out of fuel there at the end.
Well, Kyle, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank you tonight.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for putting this on. Great broadcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up third place here tonight in the number 47, probably the most dominant car here this evening. Actually, going to say the dominant car here this evening. Just ran out of fuel there. Just a little bit of a different strategy call there for Kyle Edgar. He's going to pick up that third place victory here, or third place finish here tonight, Phil.
Absolutely right. We'll run down here. We'll go talk to our runner-up finisher, car number 20, Alex Bridger, after 2+ hours, 330+ laps into the books. First of all, how you feeling?
A little wore out. This is definitely the longest race I've ever raced on iRacing.
Now, this is a lot of fun. Now, this is a race kind of within a race kind of thing. Yeah, you're out there wanting to be the fastest car and, lead the most laps, but an Enduro is about survival. Tell us about the whole methodology. We're all race car drivers. It's all about going fast and leading laps and winning races, but how does that entire mentality change when you get out here to a survival style Enduro?
Like you said, it's all about survival, and I got in a wreck like I went in the first laps, but everything was fine. But, just kind of watching out for wrecks, avoiding them. And that's the big thing. I know like 30 minutes to go, I got into a wreck and that caused my engine to lose power. And I just rode it out till I knew I could pit and have enough fuel strategy to make it to the end.
Well, you did it just right here tonight. You bring the Flex Seal car home with a runner-up spot here. What a great way to start 2019 with a good, solid effort, a great time. This was a lot of fun. Hope you had as much fun out there driving as we did calling this one. It was different. It was a challenge, but a good time had by all. So, Alex, what we always do here on Full Velocity TV, I'm going to throw you the mic here one more time. Anybody out there watching you want to say hello to or thank, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch TV. So anybody out there to say hello to, give them a shout. The floor is all yours, my friend.
I just want to say thanks for everybody sticking out. Server issues. Thanks for you guys broadcasting. That's awesome. Thanks for everybody that said just for watching. It's been a good time. It was a lot of fun.
It certainly has been fun. Congratulations, Alex. Second place finish. That is nothing to hang a hat on at all. 336 laps, I believe. That's amazing, man. 336 laps at Irwindale. Get some water in you there, bud. Enjoy, and Happy New Year, then. This was a lot of fun. We'll talk to you again there soon. Great job.
Thank you. Happy New Year to everybody.
All right. Alex Bridger brings car number 20 home in position number 2. So we have talked to third. We have talked to second, which means there can only be one, and that is car number 89, and number 89 winning on Full Velocity TV. I didn't know 89 cars win anymore, but Mr. Tupper, he is in victory lane with the guy who knows all how to party. Mr. Stanton is in victory lane with Mr. Eric Tupper.
Yeah, indeed, down here in Victory Lane, normally driving the 115, tonight driving the number 89. Eric Tupper taking down the win. We had a little bit of a conversation with him just a little bit ago, Phil, probably about 45 minutes ago. And Eric going to bring down the win. The first win of 2019, Eric, as we bring in this brand new year here, at least on the East Coast. Going to be the first win. You're going to go down as the first win here on Full Velocity TV in 2019. And that's something nobody can take away from you here tonight.
And it was a lot of fun. Oh, what a job! I could have swore Kyle was going to have that race, but he misjudged or miscalculated his fuel, and he had to stop early. And I didn't have to. I was able to run the laps that I needed to run. And saw that white flag come out, and I got super excited. I'm like, "There's no way I'm going to win this race!" And I just went to the bottom and just tried to stay away from everybody and not be like, I'm racing, but I'm here just to finish this lap. And I got the checker, and I was like, yeah!
Definitely a good party going to go on here. Eric is picking up the first, like you said, first win of 2019. You were surprised to even pick up the win here tonight. His 47 car was rather dominant here this evening, and it sounded like he just made an error down on pit road and for his fuel, and you were able to just motor on. You were on a different type of strategy here tonight, just riding around, and you were able to pull it off here tonight.
Yeah, every pit stop I took 4 tires and fuel, and I ran the car as hard as I could every run to the point where it was sliding around a few times. I dirt tracked the corners, and luckily didn't get run over. But it was a lot of fun. Definitely did not expect to come home in victory lane tonight. 340 laps in an asphalt street stock is enough for me to wait till next year, next New Year's.
All right.
To do asphalt again.
I can understand that, Eric, coming from a dirt background for myself. I don't even think I could have made 20 laps in that, let alone you made 340 laps here in an asphalt street stock tonight. Good feat in itself. But Amelia, the microphone floor is all yours. Thank you this evening.
I got to thank my wife and kids for putting up with me being on here racing and being my fans and support, and you guys for putting on the race tonight, and Ram Series for organizing all this together, and all graphics and our motorsports. And if it weren't for those guys, so competitive, I would do as well as I do. So I had a lot of fun. I believe I won this thing.
Definitely a great win in itself, Eric. Again, congratulations on the first win of 2019. You won this here, the special show here this evening, and on Full Velocity TV, and you deserve a drink after that one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get one. My mouth is dry, my lips are chapped. I get nervous in situations, and yeah, I fidget.
All ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, Eric Tupper in the number 89. I'm used to 115 in the Dirt Series. Hopefully, he can double down here on Friday night. What do you think? What do you think, Eric? Oof. Double down Friday night?
Oh, this Friday.
Yeah.
Eldora's going to be fun. It's going to be racy. There's going to be a couple grooves, I think, to get around, and we've got a lot of fast guys in there. So hopefully, I can finally get her to victory lane. I haven't been able to get that yet. So, but yeah, looking forward to Friday night 305s, Eldora.
All right. Well, asphalt street stock guys, take notice. Eric Tupper is coming for you in 2019. I don't know, Todd. If you call him a dirt guy, I'm going to call him an asphalt ace. Could be a career change. What do you think, Eric?
Highly unlikely. Asphalt's for getting to the track, dirt's for racing.
Love it. That's exactly what I would hope he would say. Great job, buddy. Good win.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you guys, too.
User was moved.
Absolutely happy New Year as well there. I had to ask him there, Todd. I knew where that was going to go there. Love to pick on you dirt guys. You come out to asphalt, and, we try to talk about, and we pretend as asphalt guys how great it really is, but we all know asphalt's are getting there, and dirt is for racing. That's where it's at.
Definitely, Phil. I have to agree with that. Echo his settlements here tonight, and I've never really been to many asphalt races. been to a few, you know, NASCAR and that kind of thing. But dirt's where it's at. Dirt's the only option for me anymore. I love dirt racing. NASCAR's all right, but it takes second fiddle to dirt racing by all means.
NASCAR is not all right. We'll never contend that here. Leave that there. Dirt racing is where it's at. This comes from a guy who's stuck in a pavement region with a pavement background. The dirt is where it's at. NASCAR, take notice. All these guys retiring are all going dirt racing. There is no coincidence there. Go back to your base. You'll be okay. Great night here live on Full Velocity TV. Thanks to everybody that has tuned in tonight. Thanks to all the crew. Got to thank our guys like Jake Keel, who's come along with Full Velocity Radio. Has been a great help to us. Our graphics guy, Martin Karch. Our buddy Jack Truan on the controls. All the help and all the hands we've had behind the scenes. So many, too many to thank. And to all of you that have made 2018 such a special year here with a reinvigorated Full Velocity TV and a lot of great things to come here in 2019. So, from my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, Phil Licast here for Full Velocity TV. We will see you back here, in probably about 20 hours from now. We'll be back at the Eldora Raceway, street stock racing for the guys over at Third Rock Racing League. New Year's Day bash coming up 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So, for Todd, I'm Phil. We'll see you then with more Full Velocity TV. See you.
Good night.